What's going on, everybody? I'm CaptainRoBear and crew, and this is the 5e D&D campaign, Baldur's Gate, episode 59. We're here.
Make sure you put all those keywords in there.
Zinger!
D&D actual play, D&D live, Dungeons and Dragons, D&D 5e. Here we go.
Dicks for free. All of it.
Bringing the energy for a Wednesday. I like this. Here I'm sitting terrified about what's to come for my future, and you're just pumped up, ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready for your prom date to meet you now.
Ladies and gentlemen, here she comes.
Hey, she's hot, so there you go.
Your future is to come, and to come is your future.
Loudly.
Come loudly.
So loudly.
You know, I got a belly full of beef Wellington. I'm ready to party, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Those little gremlins over at Celebrations tried to lure me in. Like, oh, a little aperitif? How about a little fernet before we go out? I'm like, of course, I would love this. Trying to lure me back in. You know what? About halfway through the beef Wellington, I said, you know, maybe we don't need Baldur's Gate tonight.
They start with Fernet and end with Jepson Malort. These are friends. You're just here to sabotage me.
He essentially went down like the death and taxes, like what ways to kill a hipster, and he got about 5 or 6 of those bottles in there. He's introducing folks to the classics, and I'm proud of what they're doing down at Celebrations.
Bravo.
Mud, you'd be jealous. I should have took a picture of the dry age cabinet that's up at the bar. They have their tomahawks in, because he just literally cuts the side of beef for his steaks now. Just literally breaks down the cow, I think once a month, and just does it. Like, what a farm boy.
I love dry aged. What's the oldest dry aged steak you've ever eaten?
I don't think I've gone beyond 60 days.
I had a 90-day one once, and it was funky. It was
funky.
It was pretty good, but it was
You're
definitely
about
funky.
to get funky.
I usually think 21 days is like my go-to if I have the option.
Yeah, like I'm not that fancy. I'm not that fancy all the time. Like I won't sit down and be like, okay, I have to get dry age now, but like I enjoy the shit out of his dry age strips. Like
Mm-hmm.
Adam, have you ever had dry aged steak?
Oh yeah. I've had a lot of steaks. But the best one I ever had was
man works for Corsair. Shut up, you peasant.
Apparently, I feel like
Makes that Corsair money.
these guys around me eating dry
I live
aged
in a
steak.
house
I
made of
want to
steak.
carve it off the cow and barbecue it. Okay, I want it as fresh as I possibly can.
Y'all talk about the
Takes a bite
jerky?
out of the cow's ass.
Please go ahead,
Yeah,
Adam, before we digress.
the best one I had was like it was a 25 wet, 45 day or dry. I don't know. It was in Vegas, and it was like the best steak I'd ever had in my life. It was so fucking good. Very expensive, but so good. And I didn't pay for it, so that was even better.
Dude, the problem with Vegas, and you have the best steak of your life, and then all of a sudden somebody's like, yeah, let's do some fucking stone crab. Do some stone crab on the side. And then you're like, oh, how do I turn a $300 bill into a $500 one? Stone crab. That's how you do it.
Easy.
There's
Per person.
there's a hot pot in Vegas. I haven't been to it, but I've seen it. There's a hot pot there, and they do Wagyu and Kobe beef in the hot pot, and it is fucking expensive. It is an insane amount of money to do hot pot with like Kobe beef or Wagyu.
You actually let that we've had this broth listening to Rick Astley for 95 days.
Yep.
We promise it's never going to give you up, and it's never going to let you down, broth.
I massage the broth every day.
I see Drew in the chat talking about Wagyu. I'm going to let you guys know. I'm going to give you a little hack right now. If you want to make the best hamburger of your life, go find your buddy that has a Costco or a Starbucks membership and go get the American Wagyu at like $5.38 a pound. It's unbelievable cost on it, and it is the best burger you'll ever have. Now, do not, I repeat, do not tried to make hamburger helper like I did one day with it because I was lazy.
Oh God.
The amount of beef fat that I drained off into another container so I didn't shit my pants like I ate oil of Olestra chips. I just couldn't stop draining it. I felt horrible for what I had done. And it was still the best hamburger helper I've ever had in my entire life. And I drained probably a quart of fat out of a pound of hamburger.
Bro, I don't think I've eaten hamburger helper since like 2011, and I'm kind of craving it right now. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds so good right now.
All right, guys, show's canceled tonight. We're all gonna go eat hamburger helper.
I gotta go to Walmart real quick and buy some hamburger helper.
Hey man, or you churched up organic whole milk and some fucking American Wagyu. All of a sudden you're like, this is the best beef and pasta I've ever had.
Give me that hamburger helper, and then I'll take the box jambalaya as well.
Oh, dude,
guess I'm a chef now.
Just buy a kielbasa and throw it in the box jambalaya.
Dude, box jambalaya. I have lived off of it.
Honestly, it's not bad. You throw some cheese in it.
Oh, dude, you get the cheesy kind. You get
in there with the
cheesy Zatarans, man.
Yeah. Throw a little extra, like, cayenne in there or something. It's not bad.
The farts though off of that are just unbelievable. You didn't realize how much air you could keep in your body until you eat box jambalaya like that.
I had never even heard of jambalaya until I went to college, and my roommate ate box jambalaya like every couple of days. And then I was like, we ate a lot of jambalaya. I was like, this shit slaps. Let's go.
That just shows you the difference on the side of the states.
Like, let's go.
Dude, I need, if there's a day of all days for you guys to come to the Redneck Riviera, it's when one of the other neighboring families has their family from Louisiana up, because then they do the cooking for the 3 nights in a row, and they bring everything up from the grocery store down there that like you can't get unless you travel down. So like the actual red sausage links, oh my god.
And they like the guy on TikTok who's like cooking fucking gumbo in a giant ass pot with a wooden paddle.
They bring the pot and all, baby. Put that on a cracker.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Good for him for making a whole career out of himself. He was probably working fucking construction before he got on TikTok.
Probably.
While we wait, hydrate.
He's got like 18 catchphrases.
Dude. Yeah. I'm just waiting for the worlds to collide with Cracker Guy and Theo Vaughn. I haven't seen them in the same space yet. I'm convinced that they're somehow family related.
That would be the most redneck podcast of all time. Honestly, those two plus Hank Green. I'd like to see that mix up.
Oh.
Throw Hank Green in there. You could just tell them about science facts, and then they can give their 2 cents on it. That'd be a fucking great show.
That'd be a damn good podcast. I support that.
It's fucking good.
Anybody got big announcements they want to let the community know?
Kenobi!
Tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. Is that when it drops? Tomorrow night, midnight?
I don't know. I'm just hearing
No,
Friday.
I gave you 24 hours to get the fucking answer.
No, technically, usually usually they release their stuff at like 3 a.m., don't they? Like 3 a.m. Eastern, so like midnight Pacific.
Yeah, it'll be around there.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
because I always have to stay up till 3
yeah.
a.m. to watch shit if I'm like really wanting to see it.
You gonna stay up?
Yeah, of course I'm gonna stay up.
Yeah. I gotta look. I'm gonna find the time, and if it's 12 on Thursday, I'm taking all Friday.
This is a messed up release schedule. So they're releasing the first 2 episodes on Friday the 27th, and then the other 4 episodes were released on consecutive Wednesdays from June 1st to the 22nd. So we only have less than a week to wait before we get our 3rd episode.
Bro, I like
so it is going to be a Wednesday show.
I like that, actually.
Yes, let's go.
2 episodes. If we don't see Vader in like the first 10 minutes of the first episode, I'm just so pissed. Like Vader, they're gonna come out swinging, like him just chopping down fucking people with this saber.
If he doesn't come out, I'm gonna have Adam force choke me from across.
Actually, you know what I want? What I want is opening scene Vader in his back to tank, like just floating, just Hayden Christensen floating with no limbs.
Bob.
No dick. I don't think Vader has a dick, does he? I don't know.
Whoa. Yeah, he's got a.
No,
got a
man, he got burnt up.
He's got a lightsaber. Well, there's something functioning. I can tell you that.
Does he have a robo dick? How does it work? I'm sure in the books they say how it all works. Adam, do you know how Vader's dick works?
It's actually his little Sith that talks to him.
I have no idea.
Let's go do some action.
Oh,
I just want to get to the bottom of it. You know, I gotta know. Should call Hank Green.
My little Sith shrimp. Well, speaking of little Sith shrimps, we can't do this show without our patrons. Thank you guys so much. Shabby, Shy Flames, West Wolf, the OG for namesake. Thank you guys for taking care of us and allowing us to talk about little Seth. Shrimp.
Seth.
Well, I got a little Seth shrimp in my life too, so that counts. He's a chiropractor. Eat shit, Seth. And the Voodoo Ranger for fueling this RP. We appreciate you. Thanks for making it possible for us to do what we do. Oh, that's timing right there. I actually sat down next to the bar before I came over here, and it was one of my buddy's dads having a cocktail. Showed me a picture of his 27-year-old New Belgian signs down in his basement. Probably one of the first people in Cape Girardeau to have a fat tire. So I said, you need to send those over to my phone. I was like, I got to send those to the fucking team. They will enjoy those. So we got to talk about our first times drinking New Belgium. And mine was when the hippies from my high school came back from Red Rocks. After seeing Fish, they brought back 2 kegs. One was a Blue Moon on ice, and the other keg was Fat Tire. And it was $5 for a wristband if you wanted to drink Natty Light. And it was $10 for the VIP keg. And I said, "We guys got cooking over there." Hey, those hippies were entrepreneurial. They sold quesadillas at that field party, and they had a VIP keg.
That's genius.
That's
how to do it.
That was some of the best draft beer I've ever had in my entire life. When you go from lager to Flavortown, yeah, it was pretty awesome.
No comparison.
17-year-old RoBear, let's go.
Cheers.
Live dangerously, drink responsibly, kids.
it is at 12 p.m. on Thursday night.
Nice.
Let's go.
I just took off time.
Let's go.
Well, I requested it. They better give it to me.
Working a half day, the latter half of that day.
You know what? I got one big request out there before we get things kicking. Probably the best emote that has been underused. If we start talking about food in RP and you guys don't blast the feast emote, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna man cry. That one's glorious, and it's absolutely criminally underused. In fact, I would say that you all should post feast and then cheers all the time, because I mean, look, it's the perfect combo. What is that? Hella sturdy? What?
That's my buddy Mag from Echo RP, the GTA RP server. He plays. He's the chief of police. He's a bishop, and that's him just getting down in his cop suit.
I love how you tag this hella sturdy.
It's pretty great. It's one of my favorite emotes. I think it's like worth it just to get this one emote.
I mean, obviously you should take Adam's emotes anyway because you need Vera's emote for all things Baldur's Gate. But
That is true.
yeah, if you got them,
She is a cutie.
I mean, even if she does love Barley more than
No, she doesn't.
no, she
Literally
doesn't.
Impossible. I will murder you.
She doesn't. She's just sympathetic for other nature speakers. That's all.
Kenobi!
You already have it on the board. You were impressive. Picking up where we left off last week. Coming out of the woods of Sharp Teeth. Fresh off their victory against the werewolves and their masters. You guys came into contact with a Barley. Llywelyn Barley, a mead maker, an ass shaker connoisseur. A man who speaks with owlbears, headed towards Baldur's Gate. Informed that you guys have somehow lost a month inside the woods. Talk of a festival called the Golden Shores Festival has arrived, bringing the city of Voxturn for the first time in 250 years to merge with Baldur's Gate. As a month-long festival will proceed. Scoring and looking over the flyers, Josiah has discovered that his father has arranged his marriage again for the second time to happen during this festival. Claiming to have not spoken to his family since he left for a life of piracy years ago, many questions loom on the horizon. Headed on owlbearback for a cozy old school stroll, even though they have the power to jump and the means to get places quickly. He took the time to take the slow scenic route. Setting up inside the mansion, however, Josiah has encountered dreams of the past. Shadow-touched shaman, re-emerging to pull the essence out of his people. A lingering boogeyman from the past looms once again. With your current, well, I wouldn't say your current, but your captain in life and in piracy, still roaming the dream realm, captaining and showing you the way through this new endeavor, fighting these creatures off with you side by side after epic moments of Josiah heroism in many 20s. Josiah, we pick back up with you waking up in a cold sweat. For the rest of the party, much like the other dreams have been, these have been shared, and you will remember what happened and transpired there. The scene is yours, Josiah.
Josiah springs out of bed from where he was passed out with bourbon bottle in hand on his porter of a bear.
Oh, God. I forgot.
Holy fuck. I need some coffee. Hey, as he nudges the bear. Wake up. I need some fucking coffee. Got a feeling we're gonna need a lot of it. Fucking Kaida. Voxturn is coming to Baldur's Gate. Son of a bitch. Fuck else does he know he's not telling me? Why is he hanging out in the dream realm? It's like fucking shit. All right, whip the coffee up. Let's go get everybody else up. We got things to do. We need to get ready. I don't think they really know what they're getting into. Huh? Maybe they know what they're getting into. Especially after that dream.
Roll
Fuck
perception
my life.
check.
Oh. Yeah. on, baby. Nerves
okay.
steel, pumping.
Fucking right.
Two things. You smell coffee. You also smell distinctively familiar smell of fresh dew in the morning, but not of anywhere on the Sword Coast. Smells like home.
Smell of humid dew in the morning. It's even in this fucking hut. And never mind, Bear, just relax. I think there's coffee downstairs. So I'm going to make my way out of the room downstairs to where my nose is leading me to the coffee.
As you make your way down to the mansion, there's a what kind of devices do we have to make coffee inside your mansion, Asher?
I mean, you just ask for whatever coffee you want.
Oh, that's
and they just go, it's a 24/7 service. You just whatever you want. There's breakfast. There's like all kinds of shit down there. It's just nonstop.
yeah. So it's what it really takes on the form of who's asking. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So you can smell it. It's a generalized like coffee smell. There's no like, it's just kind of like you wake up, you smell coffee in the morning, but like it's literally like they go behind a door and then they come back with your cup of coffee, and like you can go and look and it's like a space in a kitchen, but you don't see anything that makes coffee. But then like you leave and then they come out with coffee because it's magic, bitches.
Josiah.
Oh, yeah.
You see a shirtless Llywelyn with just the imagery of the kilt. Tall, almost like wool Boy Scout socks are pulled up, and they're stuffed into the sandals. He's already up, and you can see that he's peeling bacon, like really, like literally from like an Oscar Mayer pack is what it looks like. It's the straight, like the pull and slap technique. He's going to town. He's got a huge griddle. What it looks like is a giant, like Argentine open fire.
Yeah.
So there are sausages like in the round on the spit roast. There's that round steak and garlic knots and like pretty much anything that could clog your arteries possible in the morning. Here it is in a full range. But he's also got that campfire coffee. But what's different when you can smell about it is that it smells like home. The blend. And you can look over and you can see he's taken the provisions from the magic within inside the hut. And you can smell that hazelnut. And that's what it is every time that gives it away of coffee from back home in Voxturn. It's got this little bit of hazelnut, Nutella style sweetness to it that nothing else ever has. And you haven't had it in a long time. Maybe since your mother, father, or maybe a servant, possibly.
You ever worried about bacon fat popping on that belly of yours there, Llewellyn?
Constitution saving throw, because you're gonna scare the shit out of me. No! He turns around and he instead of the bacon going on the griddle, the bacon goes over the shoulder. I guess I'll be eating that base. So he takes it off and he puts it on the girdle over to the side.
With this crew, I don't think it'd make any difference. Nothing on your body they probably would get that they wouldn't have eaten before. Speaking of that coffee, that's your own blend?
Oh, I found it in a jar over here. But there's you want to go ahead and spike it? And he points over to some hard sorghum molasses that he has over by the side. Sets it off nice.
Yeah, well, go for that. He does that exact thing. He just takes spoonful, drops it in the cup, and then pours the coffee into it, stirs it up. Just takes that moment and smells. You can almost see on his face that it's tense, but it relaxes at the same time. As he's almost feeling like a boy again. Those dirty cat tendencies are breaking down as he doesn't feel as angry as he normally has. God, this is just... You ever have something that just takes you to the right spot? I gotta know, for you, the perfect glass of mead.
Not always mead. Can be mead a lot of times, but sometimes you don't want to have to work for it so hard. Good Irish coffees. Or just a Reuben sandwich. You ever just sat down and appreciated a Reuben sandwich before for what it is? Homemade dressing. Fresh sauerkraut. Rye bread that's marbled all the way through. Toasted in some full fat Irish butter. Flipped on both sides. No extra fat than necessary across the corned beef. The perfect brine. Put a little kosher salt taste to it.
Well, you use your mouth better than some prostitutes I've been with. You know that?
Commission's closed.
I'm usually so busy trying to take my unfair share as quick as I can. I never really thought to sit down and think about a sandwich like that.
That's something else you need to sit down and think about. As he kind of spins around, he throws the towel over the other shoulder and he throws the tray of bacon across from the first rack. There's also some thinly sliced tomatoes and some crisp sourdough over on the side, and a thing of fresh mayonnaise that he's made up. From what you can hear are chickens coming from his side. There's the farm homesteads coming from like his room just a little bit. He's whipping this scratch breakfast together. You can see he started biscuits, but then he got distracted and walked away from them. He kind of spins around, he shoves that tray over for the BLTs, and he kicks the back door open with his hind leg and the sandal. Why don't you take a look out there?
I'll take that. I'll peer out that door.
Roll a perception check.
24.
24? And as you open up the door, oh god, it's just that he's let some of the owlbears out to graze, and it's just owlbear flop, like it's the worst image, and he giggles to himself a little bit. A little farther out, just a little farther out than that, because that's the surface that you see.
God, how far am I going? Do I need to get past? Jesus, that smell.
And you look.
So actually, for taking the coffee.
There's about a 120-foot radius that's around Asher's mansion that is prime grassland from outside of Baldur's Gate. And now it looks like a crop circle as you look through, and you can see palm trees, all the bits of indigenous plants that you haven't seen in so long that look like you're walking through a water trail through a long lost island. You can still see Baldur's Gate in the distance, but it looks like a complete pirate's hideaway now, as it's been overgrown on all sides. There are different birds flying in the air, sounds of paradise. There's a howler monkey that you can hear right across that you haven't heard in so long, jumping across from tree.
You know what? Fuck going into Baldur's Gate. Let's just stay here. This is our perfect little slice of paradise.
You can see a couple of the monkeys have come up, and they look at the circle of the grass that around Asher's magic, and they're like, they grab a handful of it and they run sideways. Don't know what to think of it.
Blame him. I don't believe it either. This you and Shanti's working, or is this the Golden Showers Festival? Shores.
You really gotta stop insulting this. It's your people, after all. You want to go to some place where people wee on each other? That'd be my guess.
I paid money. It's not that good.
Yeah, a filthy boy is what you are.
Mm-hmm.
Now, get you some breakfast and, I don't know, maybe get a shower and then explain to us why the fuck you woke me up in the middle of the night and tried to protect you in some sort of foreign fucking jungle. I've been in here making breakfast trying not to think about it for 3 fucking hours.
You saw Yukata. Remember I told you about him? You said you'd get along with him great? And he said Baldur's, Voxter was coming to Baldur's Gate.
I would prefer to get along with him while he's not bleeding to death because of some razor-toothed fucking tiger. I'm gonna make biscuits. And you come out. Well, I'm gonna go make some biscuits. You better have some fucking reasonable explanation of this.
Please, just don't go full Braden on me, all right? Starting to get that tension level just a little bit high. It's not you. That's not who you are.
Hey, Josiah. Go fuck yourself and get a shower. Dirty fucking cat.
Oh, yeah, ripe.
At this point, that Asher walks down the steps to get some coffee. Oh, good morning. Where's your shirt? That's a...
Oh, what do I need it for? I done sweated it out. It's covered in tiger blood.
Yeah, what? Yeah, Josiah, we're gonna have to talk about that.
I'm gonna get a bath first. I'm walking away, pulling off clothes, and just leaving a trail as I'm headed for that little stream that's in the middle of that wonderful oasis.
Pick your shit up.
No, I'm just, literally, as you say that, the pants fall around my ankles, and I just kick it off with my boots and walking bare ass naked towards the water.
Oh, he wants to play that. You guys know what to do. And as you walk away, all the critters grab your shit and they bring it to me. Okay, go hide it. You can fucking find it.
Ooh, please roll your spell attack to set the DC for investigation. 25.
God, you're gonna make me work for this one. Investigation, not my strong suit. Perception, yes. Investigation, no.
Good luck, squirrel.
Yep.
And I get some coffee and I like try to not look at Llywelyn with his no shirt on. Big burly bacon slapped back.
Bacon slapped back.
There's still probably a grease stain amongst the sweat.
I'm gonna have a bacon tat if I go out in the sun.
About that time, Rook runs out of his room smelling the bacon and trips down the stairs, somersaulting down all of the stairs.
That's a lot of steps. That is like 7 floors of steps.
Fuck! As he hits the ground, This is fine. This is fine. As he stands up, he's wearing just a shirt with no pants on. I had the craziest dream. You're not going to believe it.
Why is everyone naked in my tower? Wear clothes.
But he doesn't wear pants.
But he's not wearing a shirt.
Yes, but normally he doesn't wear pants.
Well, he has a kilt on.
Yeah, I'm looking respectable this morning.
Whatever. Just give me the bacon. Did you? I had the craziest dream. You were there, and you were there, and you were there.
Yeah, that's why I don't have a shirt on right now.
All of you were there.
Yeah, Yep. That happened. I had that dream too.
The same dream? Are you sure?
Yep.
How do you know?
Jungle bridge thing, and missed 2 statues, 2 tigers, some weird. I don't even know what they are. Words can't comprehend. Creatures? I don't know.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Was it my dream or your dream then?
It was
Hold on.
Josiah's, I believe.
We're gonna test something. I'm gonna ask him a question that only could have happened in my dream. We'll know if it's shared. As he walks slowly over to Asher.
Why are you walking to me?
Asher.
Llywelyn.
Did someone lose their head in combat or not? Yes or no?
I think yes, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure Rook beheaded a guy. Or a creature, or a thing. I think. I don't know, it's kind of blurry. I'm not a morning person.
Are you sure?
Feels like at the very end of the fight, I think. I can't remember.
Did you behead a person?
Me?
Then he points over at Rook.
Oh yeah, I definitely beheaded a person.
Oh, okay. Yeah, alright.
We were all there, it's the same dream!
That's pretty much my my MO.
Yeah, you kept saying, I'm standing next to you, I'm standing next to you.
Wait, who said that?
Oh, Llywelyn and...
No, you're saying it wrong. It's a Llywelyn. You're forgetting the fourth L.
Lou.
Llywelyn.
Llewellyn.
No, Llewellyn!
Llewellyn.
Llewellyn.
I'm just
Llewellyn.
bad with names.
No,
Yeah, we're-
Llewellyn. Llewellyn.
Llewellyn.
Llywelyn. Don't forget the fourth L.
Llewellyn.
Llywelyn.
Ass hat and rucksack then. Fine.
About
I
that
guess I'm
time.
asshat because Asher, which is in Rook. I feel like those are very easy names. Llewellyn is not, but you know, that's fine.
Maybe you should travel more.
Hey, listen, don't give him a hard time. He's got the weird name. He's already got it pretty rough.
I don't have it rough at all. I live off the land.
See, he's
Barley's
homeless.
easy.
Doesn't even have a home.
Nature's my home. And you're in my home.
No, you're in my home.
Yours is made up. Mine's not.
Aren't most homes made up?
This is arcane. Out there, that's the real world.
This is real.
Not as real as this. As he opens up the door and he grabs a big old chunk of owlbear shit in his hand. Now this is real. And
You throwing shit at me?
yeah, I'm throwing a chunk of owlbear shit at you. This will be unarmed strike.
Shield.
So glad.
Now this is a good, look at there. That's magic experiment. It's this shit hits the side of the shield. That is arcane meets nature. It slides down. He goes back over to wash his hands and finish up the biscuits.
In which order?
I don't think he realizes that I have complete control of this environment for another 45 minutes.
Well, what are you going to do about it? You're going to let him just hit you with shit and say nothing?
Revenge is best served cold.
Hey, listen, I don't think that is not the way to go. Llywelyn had a lot of faults, but one thing that he had right is you don't let people disrespect you in your own house.
You know what? You're right. I snap my hand,
Llywelyn
and
slit his throat.
Llywelyn is ejected from my tower and kicked out.
This is what I'm talking about.
These mid-forming
And
biscuits.
then shortly after, there's just a pile of shit that gets flung through the front door. Back at him as I catapult the shit towards him.
Unarmed strike with advantage because I don't know where the door is coming from.
My unarmed strike's not great.
Oh, yes, it is. This is your world. We're just living in it.
Oh, DTD. Describe where that turn comes in at.
No, it's literally like he's there working, and then I snap my fingers, and like there's just this force, and he like gets knocked back, and then like next thing you know is he's like sitting up in the grass outside, and then this arcane door just opens, and then the shit just comes flying out and just drills him right in the face.
Just takes it off. You just see this shit covered face, except for the white of his eyes. Patience! I need my towel. For the rest of you inside the mansion.
Comes strolling back in, just butt-ass naked, shaking water off of my fur. Asher, where's my line of clothes?
What line of clothes?
The ones they took off on the way to get a bath.
Oh, I think Llywelyn took him outside
Llywelyn?
to like air dry him.
Oh, it's very nice of him. I'm just gonna walk my buck-ass naked butt next to you and sit down. Try the coffee. It's fucking stellar.
Would you put some clothes on?
He's air drying them for me apparently, so you know I can only do what I
go
can do.
outside and get them.
No, he'll bring him in. I mean, that is where he's at right now, right?
Yeah, he's outside. Go outside and get them.
I mean, come on. I gotta start living up my my
I don't
royal
want
life
to
again.
sit next to you while you're naked.
Oh, come on. As I lay my head on your shoulder, but it's so natural.
No, you're out the
And when you
no, I smell like wet cat.
when you get ejected outside, Barley's butt ass naked outside as well. Oh yeah, I guess you get thrown out if you're naked, huh?
I didn't know he was such a prude. Ooh, maybe you should get a bath next.
I prestidigitation myself. That's just Peaches.
Oh, sorry, Peaches. So, where are my
Peaches looks
clothes?
behind you. You can see that big owlbear butt shaking over there. Oh yeah, probably a little prestidigitation over there as well. Oof. He's fastening his kilt because his kilt was magical inside there. I had to go get it. He doesn't have the Boy Scout socks either. That was in his mansion room. Shit. I was really looking forward to those biscuits. Now I gotta start all over again. He starts rebuilding his camp.
After a couple minutes, the door will open back up.
Oh, fuck you! I already started over again! You want some real food out here? Not some of that magical tofu!
20, did you sleep well? After the dream?
After the dream? No, I just woke up from the dream. But before the dream, it was another dream instead of another dream. Instead of another dream. I tried to, the walls were moving. I tried to spin a top, but that didn't work. I don't know. Someone told me once that that's what you're supposed to do. Didn't work.
Huh. I have no idea what you're talking about, but sounds pretty wild.
I suppose aren't all of your
Did you get
dreams like that?
left on like a cliffhanger where you couldn't tell like if the top was spinning or not? Like,
You know what? Now that you say that, I don't know if it was going to fall or not. Maybe I'm still in the dream.
should I slap you?
He's gonna take a plate and spin the plate on the table. Just wait to see what happens with it.
I just let it keep spinning.
Well, that plate's spinning
I'm in the dream.
with a 15 acrobatics check. Llywelyn comes in running as fast as he can to try to steal the Irish cream off the counter. And he grabs it really quick and he runs out and it disappears when he exits out the main door. Ah, fuck! Did you hear before the doors? About 2 minutes later,
Come back in.
there's a twig with a pair of white BVDs on the end. I wave my white flag. I wave my flag. I've come to make a truce over Irish coffee.
Come in. It's fine. I just don't want to stare at Josiah's junk all morning.
All right, come on, Peaches, you and the rest of you, come on, you're welcome back in again. Quit lollygagging.
They were always welcome in. I was just proving a point. Look, I get it. I understand that you're very. I respect nature and the things that you can do living off the land 100%. All I ask is when you're in my domain, my literal domain, just respect that this is what I focus on. This is my craft, and when we're camping out, like say we camp out at one point, then you can show me your craft.
You respect my name, I'll respect your domain. Deal, partner.
I believe it or not, I'm actually trying to. It's tricky, but I am trying.
Insight check. 15. You're also a shitty liar. Who wants to play poker later?
Not me. Llywelyn.
Asher, much obliged to be in your state. And he snaps his fingers and he's back in his full robes and set up. And I promise I won't even cast my spiritual clapper in here.
I appreciate that. Wonder how long it's going to take Josiah to come back in.
I'm just standing at the end of the table naked.
Oh, you should really put some clothes on or you're going to be back out there.
They're not out there. He didn't take them.
Well, you should probably find them.
Clothes! Where are you, clothes?
You see a little squirrel, like, pop out next to the steps with a sock and then just take off up the stairs.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go kill a fucking squirrel. And I go down on all fours.
Hey, don't do that to Jeffrey.
I am Pat sprinting after that squirrel.
Investigation.
Oh God, you really aren't an investigative type.
Nope. I say, wait, what was that roll? What is my investigation?
8.
My investigation should be +5.
So 12.
Yes. It's 12, not 8.
DC is 25.
Oh God. Well, I don't know where that squirrel is.
Llywelyn, you know what's really great about this tower is I've put it to where I sleep on the top and I like to have a little bit of fun every now and then. So the steps actually become a slide. And if we wait long enough for Josiah to get high enough, I can turn the steps into a slide in which he'll come all the way back down.
No.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. How far? How high do you think he's gonna go?
Oh, he's on all fours. He's coming down. He's probably like 4 floors up by now.
Oh.
I snap my finger, and as you're climbing the steps, they all like fold down into the ground, and all of a sudden you just start sliding down this big, long, circular slide.
As I'm sliding backwards, I just turn on my back, legs spread and arms up. I'm coming down the stairs.
I'm really tempted to put a wall of force at the end of this, but I don't think I'm going to because that might hurt. As you come like curdling down and then like tumble onto the floor. Oh, got it. It looks like it hurts worse when you're naked. Ow.
Luckily there's a little bit of fur left on my back, but yeah, still I might have a little rock burn.
Okay, all right, guys. You can return his clothes and then just like a couple seconds go by, and then you just start seeing pieces of your clothes come down the slide, like individually. It's like a sock, and then it's like the shirt. It's just like pieces of it.
As it come down, it's like the walk of shame in the morning. I'm just one piece, I'm putting it on, another one comes down, and I'm putting it on, waiting for the next one to slide down, putting it on. Finally, is the last bit. Throw my coat over. It's not as freeing as being in my natural state, but at least I look good.
So now that we're all here and we've got about 30 minutes left before we need to depart to Baldur's Gate, maybe you want to explain what that was all about last night?
Okay, so it's pretty much the revisionist history version. My people believe they're gods. As long as you're on the path, you're fine. You stray from the path, and remember those shadow touch shaman that looked like they kind of had this amorphic face, big
The monsters?
yeah, not the saber tooths on either side, but the ones on the statues.
Yeah, I remember them. Real creepy.
They're soul stealers. You stray from the path of Leonin, and they take your soul, and they turn it into one of those claws.
Okay, time out. I'm confused already. How, if you believe you're a god, which is stupid, but if you believe you're a god, how do you stray from the path if you're the one setting the path and you believe you're a god?
Every culture is founded in some crazy voodoo bullshit. Not saying I know the whole thing. I just know that they used to tell stories about the soul eaters.
Like boogeyman stories?
Yeah. Not like boogeyman stories, but like literal beings that would steal your soul from your body
That
and then
sounds...
turn you into something horrific, which we saw. And which is exactly what Ukaida is fighting right now in the dream realm. You believe, okay, so just throw out the idea that I think gods are bullshit, but you believe there is some controlling force around us, right? There's some exterior other planes that interfere with what we do.
There absolutely other planes exist. We've walked on various different planes. Planes exist. Deities and gods and demigods, devils, demons, they all exist. Yes, I believe that.
Right. So take demigods from other planes and let them cross over into a gray area that is the dream realm. Kind of like the Fae, but just literally wants to fucking kill you. They live there in that gray area. And if you're being a bad kitty, they take your soul.
And how? And who defines if you're being a bad kitty?
Walk the path. Never heard any elders tell any tale of dream eaters, shadow touched shaman. It's literally the basis of my culture. That's why we don't believe there's gods, because if we stray from the path of our own self-confidence, you disappear. That's...
So then how does Lathander tie into it all?
It's my father. He believes that he can save his people by ignoring our ways and turning them to the light. But that shit last night, if Voxstern is here in Baldur's Gate, is further proof that that fucking guy is wrong. They're here. If Voxstern is here in Baldur's Gate, that's the proof that when you stray from the path,
What if you're
you get eaten.
And I'm not here to insult your intelligence, Josiah. What if nobody's right and nobody's wrong?
mean, it is a gray area. All I know is that I saw this shit going down at home. I was raised one way by my mother, and somewhere along the line, he flipped the switch and started going this other direction, and it went against everything that I grew up as. And you gotta put some foundation somewhere, right, Llywelyn? You gotta stand some firm ground. Well, I chose that firm ground from those who came before me. So it might be witchcraft, voodoo, bullshit, but honestly, that's all I got.
So, Yukaida, right, was in the dream realm fighting these things. And the city of Voxturn is here. And he was saying something about they're here for a reason too, these soul takers, soul eaters, whatever you want to call them. But then your dad, who is the king, right, of your people, whose core history is based off of this belief that yourself is a god, decided to walk away from that as the king of everything and turn to Lathander and try to force or make other people do it?
Yeah.
So then wouldn't you say that these soul eaters are here for him? Because he's kind of like the biggest person to like walk away? And what about you? I mean, do you believe that you're a god?
Of course.
In some capacity?
Yeah. I set my own destination. I set my own destiny.
Okay, I'm gonna
literally choosing what I wanted to do from the moment I was born to the moment I stowed away on that ship.
I just have to ask one question, and this is me being a non-believer. I mean, I believe, but I don't believe, you know. In order to be a god, you have to have people have faith in you, from my understanding. At least that's what a lot of, you know, books and, you know, history books and scientific and divine and arcane theories talk about, is a god is not a god without faith and followers and belief. I guess I'm just trying to understand how that works, because if you're a believer of yourself, okay, but like, is that really, you get what I'm asking? Like, there's one believer versus, like, you know, a lot of belief.
I believe in you, Josiah, as Rook eats bacon.
See, there's
I guess you have to.
Yeah, look at it this way. It's faith, right? Let's just take that Lathander leap into faith. I have faith in myself and my people who have faith in themselves. It's a collective power. Us together, all of us. That's what makes up the divine.
So others believe that they are a god, but also, if you walk the path, believe that you're a god.
Correct.
I'm gonna write that down, because I mean that tracks. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, I'd love to. I mean, do you have some historians? I'd love to have some conversations about this, because it's kind of fascinating.
If my father hasn't imprisoned or killed them all, you know what? We'll find some old codger that's sitting on a corner somewhere telling stories of the old Leonins. I mean, we were quite literally at the statues.
Should be plenty of Voxturnians to speak to. And I'm sure there will be plenty of them that still live their life by your old ways.
This, I have no doubt. I got some stubborn, ornery motherfuckers for people. And speaking of, as I reach into my back and pull out a book, slap it down with my other hand, put two wooden swords on the table. Rook, you need to hit harder.
I hit hard enough. I
You got 25 minutes, buddy. Get going.
I chopped the guy's head off. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I kind of outdid you, and I want you to hit harder.
Well, that's just because of the location. It was a difficult terrain, and you were everywhere. And you've got the pistol. You can stand back here and not have to get up and close.
Well, just imagine if you could get up and close and hit even harder.
Fine, whatever. Let me put some pants on.
Good. All right, put some pants on. We're gonna do a couple of chapters in this book because I want you to be ready for the fucking champions of my people.
Oh god, another book.
Oh, that's right. That champion thing was more of an Aloon thing. Well, fuck it. I mean, we're gonna train you up in the old Leonin way, anyways.
Yeah, don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about being a champion.
But you do want to live, don't you?
I mean, I guess so. I mean, I've never tried dying. It could be fun.
Perfect. Grab that sword. Meet me out with the owlbears.
Llewellyn's going to go over to Asher. I know what you're thinking. If I'm about to head into a city that smells, sounds, and feels like the bullshit that's coming out of his mouth, he shakes his head with a smile. He's the outlier.
Hey,
I promise you, I've never met a more welcoming people in my day. I think our friend here has a interesting interpretation of what it's like to be from Voxstern. As he pulls out a hand-stitched basket that's wove around a very old bottle. It's got small trinkets next to it. Never knew what these little suckers were for before last night. And you can see they're small little hand-wrapped voodoo dolls of the Shadow Touch Shaman with little pins through them, and they're wrapped all around the side of this wicker. Here's some mead from a maker over there. Buddy of mine I ran into a while back. His name's Ailson. Opens the top to this funky, strong. Pours out a little glass. He said it kept the nightmares away. I don't know if it does that or not, but at least I understand this thing now. And he doesn't force it upon you or anything. He leaves it there if you want it. He just shoots one and leaves it on the table, and then goes back to get the owlbears ready.
Like, take the glass. Oh. Oh. Just like plants it.
So Asher.
Why did I do that? Oh. Oh, I can feel it all the way down, every little bit.
Yeah. Even Barley's coming out. He's got a little bit of.
Are my eyes supposed to water?
Yeah, I think that's cleansing the demons, all right. That's getting it out of us. And I go riding out my owlbear out the front, riding Peaches.
Okay, all right. Clean up. I'm just kidding, guys. You'll be gone in like 10 minutes. just walk out.
I love that somehow you sound like Pearl at the end of a Cheers episode, and you're like, fuck it.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever. And I walk outside while they're getting ready, like they're training. I'm like, does anybody need anything else before I dismiss the tower? Speak now or forever hold your peace until I rest again with the 7th level spell slot. Anyone? Nope. Okay. We're good. And I I wave my hand and the door disappears. And then it opens again. All right, I just figured one of you would fuck with me and you'd needed something, so it's still there for like another 8 minutes.
Asher,
my boots.
party mom, let's go, dude. Got the snacks ready.
Just the boots? That's all you're forgetting?
The boots.
Is there
Oh,
any
that's
way?
fine.
Anyway, for those chicken and biscuit crackers you have there, I've never had those before. Is it a way for us to take them with us?
Not that I've figured out yet.
Bother.
But if you want to go in and have a few before.
I already ate the first box by myself.
Right. Okay then. I hope no one has any dirty secrets still inside as I snap my fingers and the door fades out of existence and anything that was left inside comes tumbling to the ground. So if you did leave your boots in there, they fall to the ground right there.
Josiah.
Oh, no, my corpse.
Oh my God.
What's the strangest thing that I've been in here for 50 Kitsy?
Been waiting for one of you to drop that. I'm hungry.
I was taking a bite of that.
I was surrounded by bulls because I walked and got a stew every step up fucking 6 flights of stairs.
Oh my God. What's the weirdest item that comes tumbling out from your lost possessions, Josiah?
The weirdest? Oh God, I don't know.
Mr. Hanky.
Hi everybody, I'm the Christmas Pooh.
Chad, I promise you, eventually we're gonna go back to Baldur's Gate.
This campaign is anywhere but Baldur's Gate.
Fox turn.
Yay, hey, you get
Monster
unleashed
Gate.
on a house where you can fucking do anything in. We'll see how you get out of there.
I love it.
I love that it's getting rules. That's what makes it even better. I love that Asher establishing like what it's like to be in Asher's actual house, and I love every bit of it. I'm so here for it.
Big Mama Asher laid it down.
As Ruth
No
said, you
nakedness in
will
my kitchen,
respect
boys.
me in my house.
Yes, when someone is trying to
authority.
take your poop knife and block the shit river, you have to set them straight.
That did happen. You're right.
Someone tries to sleep in your rafters and in your spot, then you have to knock them out.
I got it. I know exactly what it is. And you see it fall to the ground, and it's almost unnoticeable except to Josiah, who reaches into his pocket and realizes it's not there. As he rushes over to it and picks it up, it's a small wooden carved rune that looks like one of the ones you see on Captain Ukaida's beard. And it wasn't anything from Ukaida. It was literally something that he carved while on the ship while watching his captain in his younger days. And it's always something that he's kept of him. And he tries to be real sly and pocket it as quick as he can to make sure that no one else notices it. I mean, since it kind of popped out, that's probably sleight of hand disadvantage because y'all have seen it.
Go for it. Roll it. Let's see what her DC is. 19 perception from Asher. Oh,
Oh my God! Your
Mother-
sleight of hand is crazy.
bitch. He's a fucking pirate.
He does like a cartwheel and picks it up while he goes over.
Son of a snack biscuit. Damn. Rook, you're our only hope.
Notice the ring, senpai. Yeah.
Rook
Hey,
notices it and says nothing.
What is that?
What's what?
That thing over there. Never mind. I will go and get it. He's gonna
I've already got it in my pocket at this point. Well,
what did you just put in your pocket? He's gonna try to reach into your pocket.
No, not touchy. No, touchy. He reaches in and grabs it, and you gonna go slide a hand against me?
I was gonna try to sneak into your pocket.
Hey, dude, yeah, I'll play this game. This is fun for days.
God, there he goes back into people's pockets again.
Damn. In the pockets is better than reading their journals.
Slaps your hand out of the way. Just relax as he reaches up and shows you this diamond-shaped piece of driftwood with this runic symbol carved into it. See?
What is this?
It's a token. It's a memory.
Is it a token or a memory?
Yes, it's both.
Of what?
My captain. Smart ass.
Oh, that guy with the beard?
Yeah. Those cool little light up runes that he's got stashed in there. I don't know, Tina was fascinated with him. It's just, I don't know, something cool about it. And I always wanted a piece to remember him by if I ever lost him.
So this was from his beard?
No, I was the young fanboy carving it out of what I saw when I observed him on breaks, shift watch, things like that.
Well, that is a very nice story. I think maybe when you get the chance, you should tell him how you feel.
He knows. Otherwise, he wouldn't be in the dream realm fighting the way he is right now.
Yes, I think you two would make a great couple.
He's just gonna bite his tongue. There's nothing else he can say to Rook right now.
Is it magical?
No, it is literally a piece of driftwood. Is it?
If you have one of his runes, I need you to roll 1d6.
No, it's not one of his runes. It is a piece of driftwood that I found and carved while watching him.
Roll a d6.
He carved him like one of his French girls.
Yes, I carved him like one of his French girls.
Want to know how I got these carves?
My captain was a drinker.
Why so serious? I don't know, Josiah. I feel like it's got a little faint something to it. Have you never got it checked out?
I mean, how do you check out a token of somebody you admire?
I mean, I can take a look at it if you want.
Fuck, you've seen it now. He just holds his hand open. Go ahead. It's nothing more than idle hands. Chat, you wanted your mind's eye card. This is it right here.
It's weird. How long have you had this for?
I don't know. Let's see. 10, 11 years.
Huh. You've ever... I mean, it's like a faint kind of breeze, like salt ocean water, you know, when you hold it. I just kind of, I don't know, it was weird. I noticed it.
Roll your arcane check.
Arcana 32.
32. You feel whenever it transfers over from Josiah's hand to yours, you feel its magic fade. But even when you are in proximity towards the handoff, you can tell that it's not fully charged. Magic lingers, but there's nothing there to activate in its current state.
So, from what I can tell, Josiah, similar to when we were in the woods, This is rune magic, which sigils, runes, not my area of expertise. There is something magical about this, but it seems to be connected to you and maybe him, because right now in my hand, it's a piece of wood, and I place it back in your hand. But in your hand, in your possession, there's something about it, but it's not ready, I guess, is the best feeling I can express. It's peculiar. It's interesting, but those types of strong bonds and ancient runes and civilizations, I mean, there's all kinds of things, but it's a nice piece.
So you saying there's something about ancient civilizations?
I didn't say there was something about, of course, there's all kinds of ancient, amazing civilizations and different universes with different creatures and entities, beings that were here far before we were even.
Good. Well, let's go meet some of my people together. Guarantee you, can be one of the warmest welcomes you've ever had for a stranger.
Well, it's a refreshing change of pace from what I'm usually received as.
Yeah. Let me tell you, at home, your red skin doesn't mean a thing. You might as well look exactly like me. Foxstern, your family. So it made it so fucking hard to leave.
Well, shall we?
Yes, we have a wedding to catch. Let's go.
Are we taking the owlbears in, or do you want us to just go to the inn?
I mean, we might as well ride the owlbears all the way up to where we can. We might just stay to a parade of owlbears and the hospitality of Llywelyn.
Are you sure you don't want to just teleport?
100%.
I like look at the big owlbear again, like, oh.
No racing. We take the slow road.
It's not racing, it's just convenience.
I wanted to race last night and it was fun. I kind of got what I
Come
wanted.
on, Asher! Come on, touch some grass!
Yeah, I know. My fucking groin hurts from riding that thing all day yesterday.
That's what she said.
Was that your Inception dream where you couldn't tell if you finished?
Plate still spinning?
Actually pulls a sling out, tosses it back to you, Asher.
At me or to me?
To you.
All right, slide a hand to catch it. 12.
12, you snag the letter on it.
Got it. What is it? Is it shit?
Put some goddamn robond on it! You open it up and it is, it's gold bond.
Oh, right on.
Talc free.
It's Braden Bond.
Braden bond.
Braden Bond.
Braden bond.
That's Robond.
Bro Bond, yeah.
And he looks over at you, Josiah. You should probably too. After all, we're heading into your jungle. How did you keep this swamp ass away?
I didn't. He just gives him a wink.
I cast Prestidigitation.
What? Why do you think I enjoyed being naked? The humidity did something to me this morning. Made me feel like I should have been, a little less encumbered.
Matted fur.
Oh, it's not matted as long as you're not wearing pants.
As those owlbear push into this jungle fauna now, you can hear the sights and sounds of a new world as you push towards Baldur's Gate. We'll pick up at the front of Baldur's Gate after you guys go grab beverages.
Let's go!
And use the restroom.
I'm ready for this trek now.
What happens now that we go away from the gate into another place? We can't go
Yeah.
to Baldur's Gate,
The
obviously.
gate opens and it's a portal that takes us to another place, and we miss Baldur's Gate by that much. Babe.
Yo, Drake, thank you for the, gosh, how many months in a row? How many silly months is that? 24 months on this side. Let's go. Thank you. 21 months from Dragon Cowboy. Thank you very, very much. 9 months from Rad. Thank you. Appreciate the bits, West Wolf. I have a D6. Why, thank you. I shall add it. I have 4 of each inspiration now.
Well, ain't you a highfalutin feller with your 4 inspirations?
I certainly am.
All right there, Sparky. Let's see exactly what you got.
Black Obama with the 18 months. Thank you.
Well, look at you guys. That's nice.
Hey, what's up, Alpaca? What's going on, buddy?
This is an interesting and fun arc. I'm I'm enjoying the camaraderie before we even get to the city.
Good old Tormund's Quest Camp RP, dude.
Oh my God, that's exactly what it is. I'm like, oh, this is so fun. Why is this so fun? Oh, yeah, we're Tormund's Quest and Camp RPing. This is basically fire and a can of beans.
We are pretty much the connoisseurs, the PhD of Campfire Male RP.
Oh yeah. Welcome to the Boy Scouts.
Yes. We are D's nuts.
You like fitness? Fitting these nuts?
Gosh.
Oh gosh, Adam. I thought that would make you laugh more.
That's terrifying. You're good. Bass Hunter, are you trying to comment on cards that were dealt out on last night's session, whether I got it or not? You were out of your fucking mind if you think I'm gonna know the answer to that question.
I don't know if he's just like saying it as like, hey, did you realize I did all this? Or if it's like, hey, did you make sure to get your cards?
I did thank you for the 9 months. I mean, there was a lot of cards coming in, but I can tell you I did not add myself a lucky or a protection if you're telling me that. Yo, what's up, casters and castles? How are y'all doing? Hope you guys had a good sesh.
Yo.
Thanks for the raid on the break. I normally never get to say thank you because I'm usually talking about the most ridiculous shit whenever you guys come in.
Baldur shit.
Epic lore.
Cowboy.
Deep-seated history and secrets.
Of savory pastries in some fantasy land.
All right.
I'm gonna go fill up my tea now.
Go get some tea. Then we're gonna do this when you get back.
Baldur's Gate.
Don't have time to play with myself.
In a word,
Anywhere but Baldur's Gate.
Josiah fucks his captain.
Only Rook would take it there.
Coming this summer. But pirates.
Only Rook.
Only Rook. You kinda, I love you.
Turn this into the regular old Pirates of Penzance.
Men in tights.
Speaking of pirates, have you guys
Baldur's
seen,
Gate edition.
Have you guys seen Our Flag Means Death?
Not yet. I'm gonna binge that at some point.
I've watched the series twice now. It's so fucking good. You can
That's one of those things.
You can finish it in a night if you got after it.
The problem is I have to watch it like after our sessions because Amanda's never gonna watch it, and I can't watch it with my kids. So
Does she like What We Do in the Shadows?
No,
because
it's the same. She likes Selling Sunset.
I watched one episode of it.
Below Deck,
and it was pretty. Like there was parts that were interesting.
You got to get to episode 3 when Taika Waititi comes in.
Oh, is that when it like really gets good?
Like 3, 4. Yeah, he plays Blackbeard.
Are they 30-minute episodes or are they hours?
30 minutes, like 20
Yeah, they're very short.
Yes.
You could finish like the whole thing.
The first was pretty funny though, when that bully comes in and fucking he's like making fun of him the whole time, and then I don't want to spoil it, but you know what happens. Mm-hmm. It's just so funny.
It's a very funny show, especially if you like that type of humor. It's pretty good.
Our flag means death.
Yeah, I watched it. My brother-in-law was in town a few weeks ago. We watched the whole series again with him while he was here. But you have to see this stuff.
Yeah, I may try and get that all in before Kenobi drops.
It's only like 8 or 9 episodes, I think. Like 20 minutes, so it's like 3 hours. You could finish the whole thing, I think. Let me see.
That's gonna cut into my Destiny time. No,
do it at the same time.
Actually, I could do that. I can. Okay.
How do you think I make it through work every day?
I
believe it's just 10 episodes. So about 9 hours. And if you haven't seen the new What We Do in the Shadows TV show, that one's good too. Not new, but
I need to watch that from the beginning. I need to just get the whole spectrum of that. I may go back to that because I've always seen it, but I've never taken any time to watch it again. That's TV me time, not TV.
Yeah. Actually,
anyone else.
I really like the show. I actually never really liked the movie, the original, this documentary, but the TV show is very funny. Better in short format.
Dude, so many things that were movies are better in short format.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because the content runs a little dry for a movie. But, you can keep a gag going for 20 minutes and nobody's mad about it. Adam's taking notes on this right now. Must watch.
No, I was just buddy texted me and told me the Blues won tonight. Stay alive.
The St. Louis Blues?
Mm-hmm.
Did they?
Yeah, in overtime. The Av are now down 3-2.
I haven't even thought about the Blues since I left Missouri.
Well, I'm going back in 2 months.
Do you know where you're gonna go?
Yep, I got a spot.
Where's it? You don't have to tell me what city's it in.
I can message you it.
Yeah, message me. Where you going?
Yeah, I'll message you.
Guys, don't worry, Chad. I'll message you after he messages me.
I'll just put it in chat.
I hate you.
You'll see it right down there. Hey, Adam will be here.
Oh yeah, dope. That's a nice area.
Yeah.
I mean, it's relatively the whole area is a cesspool, but you know what I mean. That's a nice part of it.
It's you go too far north or too far east or too far south in St. Louis.
If you walk in any direction, you know it's a shithole. Yeah. But right over there is fine.
But that section is pretty nice. You've got like a pocket there and then a pocket here, and it's like
a casino and a Dave and Buster's, and I think that's all you need.
Yeah.
Now the internet sleuths are gonna be like a casino at Dave and Buster's. You're gonna triangulate it.
Yeah. But I'm excited. To get a new internet provider because fuck Comcast.
You should be able to get. I don't know about there, but
AT.
You should be able to get Uverse. That's what I've got here. That's what I had in Missouri.
Yeah.
And their fiber, I don't ever have problems with it, honestly.
Yeah, I constantly have drops. And the internet's like, and Comcast charges you if you go over like a gig or a terabyte or something. I forget what it is, a terabyte. Yeah, they charge you extra. You get like 1 month of forgiveness. And then like I was looking at AT&T like to get stuff set up, and it was just like, yeah, you have the internet for as much as you need it for the month. I'm like, wow, that's nice.
If I got charged for usage of internet, like I would be broke, like completely broke. I'd pay more in mortgage or more from the internet than I would with my mortgage, I think.
Yeah.
I use so many terabytes of data a month. Upload and download is fucking insane.
What do you mean meant to give it to radio? You said me.
No, I mean, you said him. It goes to him. Period. In the story.
Did they take back a card?
Never.
Like,
That doesn't happen that way.
Take back. I don't care. You can have it.
I fucking want it.
I've got 14 D6s. I'm good.
My total stack of D6s is around 17, so we're good.
Oh yeah, I got a lot of D6s.
Chat be hooking it up. Chat be hooking it up.
No D12s though. Just saying. Speaking
There are
of
no
stuff,
D12s.
by the way, RoBear, I've got 3 A's, 3 E's, an F, and 3 H's.
I was telling him about that. Bruh, I've got some shit for my
magic items.
That's why I was like, man, I can't wait to go back to the exotic location of Foxturn.
Can't wait to go
to some shops because your boys is.
You're gonna get a sword with the picture of my face on the hilt.
Yes.
I will take a talisman of ultimate evil. I will take the hand of Vecna. I will take a deck of many things. Thank you.
You're gonna get these nuts of Josiah.
Chat hooked it up. I've got 3 A's, a B, a C, and 2 F's, a G, 2 H's, and an I. Chat has hooked it up.
Was that like your herpes test?
Yeah.
Got 2 A's, a B, a C.
A, B, C, D. Why do I show up here?
I don't know. Been trying to make you quit for months.
You know, I wasn't sure, and then you started DMing me hate mail. And I was like, oh, that's it. That's how I know for sure.
I don't even address it to you. Just
Yeah,
your,
it just
reader.
pops in. It just pops in and just says, "Eat it, burn in hell."
I'll DM you on Discord. Just to whom it may concern.
Yeah.
Shit.
Signed anonymous.
You're a hiring manager. Go fuck yourself.
Mud, I think you were hacked again. This is the 7th time this week.
They got my Twitter password. Hey, can you imagine doing that to someone you just fucking hate? Just rip them a new one for like 18 paragraphs and be like, oh, sorry, someone hacked my shit.
They knew a lot.
Dude, that guy had a lot of information.
Really farmed us there, didn't they?
Gonna bounce the signal off the satellite and back down to the limo.
Josiah.
What?
It's time.
We've been
Take
putting off
me
meeting your
to
dad
Baldur's
for a long
Gate.
time. So like, can we just do this?
Yeah.
Or lose me forever. Yes.
It's gonna be one of those situations where you're like, I fucking hate my parents, and everyone else is gonna be like, your parents are so cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be like, I hate my mom and dad. They're like, your parents are amazing.
I had a friend one time who hated his parents, and then I ended up drinking with his dad, and his dad was way more fun than him.
Yeah,
Son of
Awkward
a
Tyson. His dad's a riot.
Wow. Wow.
Don't worry. He literally let off. I was supposed to watch his band over the weekend, and his lure was, yes, my dad will be there, so you can go and drink and have a good time. His parents are awesome. He just can't get over the fact that his dad's cooler than he is. Tough.
That's funny. I imagine now that you say that, I imagine that he's in the venue playing his guitar with the American flag tank top on, and his dad walks in the USSR flag tank top.
Man, I can't even give his dad his sly bullshit fucking laugh and comment. No. So, Dave Matthews was perfect. My little Dave Matthews best friend father was was a federal agent for X amount of years.
Damn.
Bad.
By the way, man, was the Fed different back in the day?
I'm sure.
Long time ago.
They just had your mail to go off of.
Love them.
Oh, an obliterate card. Let's go.
Josiah,
Obliterate.
Oh, I don't know what those do.
as we pass through
Oh, that's great weapon master.
this dense jungle, describe the scene before we hit Baldur's Gate wall and it begins to thin out. What does it look like at its peak Voxturn?
Oh man, it's everything you can imagine of an island town. You've got carts running around with grilled meat and frozen treats.
This is just the jungle. Not
jungle. I mean, still, you're getting this on the edge of the jungle too.
Yeah. We're in Baldur's Gate, the edge. All the people in the carts are inside at the festival. This is literally just what Voxturn merging with the outside of Baldur's Gate has done to create the outside.
Oh, I mean, you're looking at sands, small oases of water, palm trees full of dates, shrubbery with little small geckos running around, scurrying from shade spot to shade spot. You can see a couple of them fighting in the sunshine over whose territory is what. It's very much like an island meets the edge of a city. You can kind of see where cobblestone and sand intersect to create a very strange dichotomy of, I'm feeling like I'm in a tropical place, but yet this is still a very established city.
There's a raccoon trash panda about the size of a small whiskey barrel that's trying to haul off a bushel of plantains that it's been able to yank down. Doesn't know what they are, and you can tell, but it wants all of them. And it's scurrying as these two different forces collide in the same area. You're smart enough to know along the way as well. Rolling a perception check.
$26.
With beauty does come the beast, as you're able to point out several large snakes that now loom up across the treetops that are hidden to the naked eye, that you know damn well to stay a solid 10 feet away from.
Hey, Rook, you see that right there? Looks like a vine. It's not. It's a python.
It's obviously a snake. I know what the snake looks like.
Yeah, but you want to stay clear of him.
I spent a lot of time in the woods eating shit. What do you think I am?
I'm just telling you. I know you got these great hunter instincts, but this jungle life's a little bit different. Son of a bitch will try and eat you whole.
I can literally smell what you had for dinner last night.
Never mind.
Talk to me about being in the woods and in the jungle.
I am.
History check, Rook.
At least I roll with advantage.
9. Go ahead and roll a deception check for me.
I've seen snakes.
Not this one.
It's 18.
18. Insight. Josiah.
Well, I said what
I believe by his
snakes look
word.
like.
He convinced the hell out of me. All right.
Snake is a snake is a snake. Whatever.
Yeah. That's the biggest snake I've ever seen.
It's because it eats people.
It's a good thing that you're not people then.
I mean, people. It'll try to eat literally anything it can squeeze in its mouth, and those jaws actually dislocate so they can get around larger prey. Like, Llywelyn size prey.
And we're gonna keep going, and we're just gonna keep
He gets his owlbear and he kind of turns it a little bit more towards the center. Hold on, come on, single file, single. I don't want to be next to the fucking snake. Come on, no.
You usually have to pay extra for the unhinged jaws.
You should the houses I've been to. That snake will do it for free. And the problem is, his venom doesn't kill you. It just sedates you lightly, so you know you're being eaten.
Yeah, sir, you have some strange snake farm loving friends.
I don't. This is the first I've ever heard of their love for snakes. I'm
We don't
learning a
love
lot.
snakes, we just respect them.
Each their own.
Are we there yet?
Nope. Miles!
Is it Wednesday yet?
That's it. I'm teleporting.
Join us in December when we make it to Baldur's Gate.
Josiah, roll survival check. Advantage.
Were we just at the gates?
Yeah.
Said you guys were headed to the gates, but
Oh.
Depends on how he rolls.
11. 11.
Can I add anything to it?
I mean, why? It's trekking back.
Josiah.
Oh, yeah. Bring the pain.
With memories rushing back from home, describe one of the scenes inside of the jungles of Voxturn of a place you would run and hide to when you were younger.
Ooh.
That was like your spot.
We have ruins in this town?
It's literally a merger of the imagination of Voxturn that you've created in Baldur's Gate.
Oh my God, this is awesome. So very similar to the statues we saw in the Dreamscape. There's this long stretch of vine-covered jungle where there are a bunch of those statues. One of them, which the head is hollowed out from the mouth to the top of the head and has a small cave-like area in it. And Josiah would often use that as base camp. So there's candles, there's small rations of dried meat, a couple of canteens of water, everything he would need to stay the hell out of town where he could swing through the vines. And it's there. It's literally, you can see the lights from the candle illuminating the mouth of the statue. Just slightly through the vines.
Oh, look at that. Even brought back ruins that have merged in between the land. That's freaking awesome.
Strange. I remember setting up base camp at a place just like that when I was a kid. Candles, provisions, everything I needed so I didn't have to go back and deal with the shit that was happening at home. I could be free. Run around naked if I wanted to.
What a
You wanna
menace.
get your ass bit by a snake? Go ahead.
Learning to avoid the flora and fauna is all parties growing up. Telling me you have never tried to catch stone crab out of a creek.
What is a stone crab? Is that like a crab made of stone?
It's got a hard shell on the back of it that looks like stone, so you'll see a bunch of them along the bottom. They only bite on what they think is truly tasty, and you gotta entice them in. But the problem is you gotta catch them, because whatever they bite, they pull back into their stone shell. You gotta get them while they're out, because if you don't want, so there's nothing left to eat. You're never cracking that shell. You gotta get those claws. You gotta rip them off. You gotta cook them there.
I'm pretty sure I could crack a shell. I've got some pretty powerful magic at my disposal. I could
Okay, then.
obliterate a crab.
No? Young 14-year-old Josiah didn't have obliterate spells to deal with. He had a knife. You always sound like my old man. Shut the fuck up.
What? You're the one telling me about the crab. Why are you telling me to shut up?
Oh no, not you. I'm just talking about myself. God.
Oh, I was like, what? What did I do? I'm just writing. It's also getting humid. Now I'm sweating.
Yeah, like I told you. There's the reason that I like to be naked in this humidity. It's like home. Less clothes, the better.
But will people be naked in the city?
Nah, I mean, there's enough, social decency, but as soon as that decency goes away, maybe after a couple of drinks, you might see a couple of naked Leonin run through town. It's been known to happen.
That's perfect. We'll have a few drinks then.
I don't think anybody will ever think twice about it.
Oh, they will. They'll look twice. That's for sure.
You never know what you might find with that tackle then.
How much longer until we get there, by the way?
Why not just enjoy the ride?
Because they want the tacos.
You were talking. We did talk about the tacos last night.
And plus, Dennis is probably making us a feast. Or he will when we get there.
It's true. He's gonna cuss the whole while doing it, but he'll make it.
He's found a happy synergy in life. I'm sure he's drinking himself into the best places.
I mean, maybe. Could be a case. I mean, I guess if he's wasted enough.
Do you think anyone is sticking in our rooms?
No, we paid for like.
You got a month in advance. You have a month in advance.
So we're like slightly overdue, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we got a month, so month is a month.
Yeah, but we were gone for a month. Remember?
Yeah, but I mean, so we walked in on the day we have to pay more.
But we don't know that.
True. I mean, we'll see when we get there, which should be soon, I hope, because it's hot. There's giant snakes that are trying to eat me. There's stones that are crabs that apparently are impenetrable to modern day.
Asher, roll a survival check with disadvantage.
Oh, that was advantage. My bad. 7. I'm a nature boy.
The uncomfort of being not only not back in Baldur's Gate, but in this unknown magical jungle that surrounds you sucks, and you don't know which way is the correct way, and you're forced to trust the other chuckle fucks ahead of you. And you can see they're stopping like every, it's like when you've gone for a walk in a big city and somebody hasn't been there before and they're stopping at every plaque and you're like, it's fucking 17 degrees under in this East Coast city. Like, let's fucking move.
Let's keep it moving. Do we have to stop again? Can we just like keep going? It's kind of hot back here. Now I want tacos.
Take off your shirt. We'll get there soon enough.
I'm good.
No, you're hot. So you're not good. Take off your shirt. Let that red skin feel this wonderful box-turned sun.
I'm mostly complaining just to complain because it does not matter the Braden bond or whatnot. My body hurts from riding this owlbear. I am not meant to be riding this big thing for this extended a period of time. I'm not going to be able to walk right for 2 days. The heat is actually not that bothersome because I can manage temperature very fine, being that I am a tiefling.
Well, we got honesty out of this man. Oh, look at this.
I am honest to a fault.
I love it. Now we can put a hot foot under it. My man is uncomfortable. He needs air conditioning and he needs a drink.
I mean, shade's fine. Yes. A drink. There's tacos.
All right. Let's take a quick pit stop up that little cave spot for a second.
Oh my God.
What you said?
I said, let's go. Why is there's huge snakes There's probably a creature in there that's gonna attack us when we go in there, or like giant mutated stone crabs.
That would be good in the case if we had giant mutated ones. It would be more pound per muscle that you get out.
In half, what if it pops you like a pimple?
If you get pinched in half, then maybe you deserved it.
And then I will rise again in the grain fields of Shantae. But at least I will try giant mutated stone crab.
Okay.
It's all right. You'll see your bearings. We're almost there.
I have no idea where we're at.
Let's see if I know where we're at.
I rolled a 7. I have no idea where we're at.
18. Well, we're on a strong meander. We've been following running water like back into the city using like a classic, like it's got to drain out to the ocean somehow, you know? So we're just letting the elevation of like going down. And we're starting to get some of that jungle mist. And every time there's a howler monkey that when we get in a little misty area, kind of looking back to see how Asher's handling it.
Still here. I will disintegrate you.
You will try.
Fireball. I mean, it's kind of cool that it's here, but also this isn't. I'm ready to see the city. I'm ready to see what's going on inside.
Fine. We won't take 5. But Josiah, see if there's anything up there.
All right.
Careful. Be careful.
This is home. It's like I don't know. There's something stirring inside me. It's like I feel like I'm back in my roots. Didn't expect it to feel this way.
All right, get up there, Mowgli.
Look for the Josiah necessities.
I guess her name was Stephanie.
Let go all your worry and your strife. Oh yeah, man.
Oh God.
I'm going up ahead. What do you want me to roll?
Go ahead and roll in perception or perception check in this case.
21.
21. So you make your stealth Tomb Raider trek up this side of this giant stone Leonin that's like, it's proud, it's got its shield and spear there, and massive dreads that flow down, and it's got that open snarly mouth. What's that?
I said I am Leonin Croft.
Leonin Croft. And as you scale towards the top of this, I want you to roll a 1d100.
Oh, big dogs, boy.
100.
While he's climbing up, I just like look at Llywelyn and I'm like, does that cave look like a skull?
Head, man.
I'm just saying, I've heard lots of stories about the jungle, and everything in the jungle wants to kill you.
Well, you're not wrong. But it's old. And it's not going to be here after a month. It'll be gone.
Yeah, I guess you're right. We give him 5 minutes, and if he doesn't come back, we assume he's dead.
Some friends.
I'm kidding. Mostly.
Are you?
Josiah. Been a long time since you went poking around ruins back home. You look by and you do see there's a couple of stone crab. They're not giant mutated. But there are a couple of stone crab that seem to idle side to side up here. but you can tell on the inside there are carvings and depictions, a lot of which looks very familiar. Some of which does not. I want you to use your proficiency plus your intelligence modifier.
Ooh, yeesh. Yeah, that's gonna suck. Here it goes. 15.
You got some inspo?
That I may throw a D10 on just for principle.
Yeah.
The big
Got a
dog.
25.
Yeah, that's what we needed.
That's if I'm gonna burn it. That's if I'm gonna lose it for this session. I'm gonna lose it on my own heritage. Thanks, chat.
And at first it takes you for a wild ride as you reading across. It's not about hunting. It's not about the beast of the field. You can see it's a story where it's talking about crossing over into the shadow plane, and it's depicting those shadow touch shaman. And within this story, you can see their spears fail, their arrows fail, until they're running from literal hordes of these shadow touch. And you see what looks like light shining down onto a rock. And there's a dagger there. And you trace this story out, and you get to that same spot within the story, and you see a small gleam of radiant light poking behind a bit of that rock. You read past, they pull something from it, and then just depictions of light and the scattering of shadow. And the story ends.
The fuck? He looks at it and just stares, kind of understanding what's happening. Is what Dad saw? Is he trying to burn out the darkness with the light of Lathander? This isn't us. Why? What's this leading to?
Are you dead yet?
If he was dead, he's not going to say yes.
Yes, I'm dead. Go ahead and chop down this statue and please burn it to the ground because it's consuming my body right now. Ah! I'm dying, Asher!
It seems I was wrong.
Avenge me!
Roll a performance.
It's pretty good. But I mean,
I misty step up there with fire in my hand, ready to attack whatever is attacking Josiah. Don't worry, I'm coming! And I'm just up there with flame on my hand. Where is he?
What the
Holy
fuck?
shit.
Rook
For
runs
fuck's
into.
sake. calm down. I was kidding.
What do you mean you're kidding? It's not funny.
You were playing a joke. I played it back. What do you want?
Dexterity saving throw, Asher.
Oh God. 20.
Stone crab doesn't pinch you; it literally just bumps into you as it walks sideways. And like a first level, RPG
It's
world.
A cantrip.
It's just
a cantrip.
It just
Firebolt.
it just flips upside down. It's glowing there, ready to be looted.
See, I told you it's not that difficult.
I'm sorry, I don't have any flame spells.
You steamed it from inside of its stone shell.
I just pick it up and hold it up. Here, I conquered the beast.
It's actually ready to eat.
Oh,
I'm just gonna grab a claw, rip it off, and
Rook.
Rook comes rushing in.
that's good.
Above his head. Listen, if you're going to, you can't just say you're going to die if you're not going to die. Okay, listen. Next time, make sure you're dying. Okay.
Fuck! I'm sorry. I thought Asher was trying to clown.
Not dying. I'm going to kill you myself.
No,
Perfect.
I just think everything here wants to kill us. All the books say that in the jungle, everything wants to kill you. It's like Australia.
I mean, it's pretty close. I mean, that's exactly what's going on here. But hey, since you
What
guys
is
are
all
here,
this?
look, I wanted to show you this. It's something old and something new.
I snap my hand so that there's like a perpetual flame that's just in as I like hold it up and walk down.
Look, you can see the story of crossing over to the shadow plane, but you can see right here there's this light that's focused on this point, and it seems to be focused around this dagger, and it kind of chases out all the bad shit around it.
Kind of like reacts to the flame a bit. Kind of neat. You see that? And it's like whatever's drawn on here is kind of like.
Roll
So
an
is this
arcane
like-
check.
Oh baby, 35.
There's not just magic on that point. There's a magical item in that point. There's literally something behind that light. It's not just attachment. It's not a rune.
Josiah.
What?
Notice how when I hold it over here, the light still is shown, but it like fades. But then when I bring it right across there, you see like this, like that spark kind of for a second. There's something in here, like in the stone.
Well, hit it with the fucking light. Look, everything here has to do with light on stone. So hit it with the fucking light, see what it does.
Well, this is flame, which emits light, but it's not light.
Llywelyn has finally rolled himself up to the top.
I mean, I could try to maybe catapult it out of the rock, or I could magic missile around it to weaken the rock.
I mean, we don't even know what the hell it is, so.
Well, it's something.
It obviously it's something.
My guess is it probably wants to kill us.
Yes, this is the jungle. Everything wants to kill you. I don't know.
That's what all of the stories say. But if you want, I could. I mean, I'm just gonna hold the flame. Gonna hold the flame up to the piece that's like kind of protruding from the rock. I don't think it's gonna do anything, but
It shines brightly against the rock. You can see there's something behind that's providing this light source. It is encapsulated inside the rock.
I don't know if this is important to your people, but I mean, I've kind of got the idea of where it's at, so I could send a few magic missiles around it to kind of like dig it out a bit, but I also don't want to, this is important, I don't want to like ruin something. That makes
You
sense.
Can't destroy what we don't have.
Jesus, get out of the fucking way. Rook is gonna rush in with his sword and just start smacking.
Roll a hit.
Isn't that like damage swords or something? I don't know.
32.
Oh.
32. Boom, as you slam and clamor into this stone as hard as you can. Everybody else looks back and they're like, oh. I mean, he hits the shit out of this.
Ugh.
And it just reverberates back into his hand.
Oh, it makes my elbows hurt.
Oh, I forgot to tell you that the wall is magical. Sort of.
Obviously the wall is magical. All walls are magical.
Have you tried, like... That's it's probably not gonna work, but I mean, have you tried just like grabbing it? Because like this depicts like some stuff you're explaining about your dad. Maybe there's like some sort of like, maybe there's a message and you're supposed to find it. I don't know. This is like what all good adventure stories that I read when I was a kid. You know, it's like, you were the chosen one.
I'm gonna pull the sword from the stone right here. All right, here we go. As he rubs his hands together and looks at you, Asher, and then goes and puts his hand on the rock where that light is.
Take a step back.
Tries to grab it.
Roll a religion check.
Híjole.
No,
I wish that was one. I really wish that was one facet over. I really wish that was one more over.
Is that your final roll? 15.
Man, you know what? This is all about my people. I've already burned my my 10. Let's throw an 8 behind it. We're just cooking the high level rolls. 18 is all I got, sir. It's outside that. It's outside me.
$18. As you watch and you see Josiah's hand line up, and it does seem to pass through the rock. And then his hand stops as that light fades. It is your choice to accept or roll against this wisdom takeover. You can either let it happen, or you can actively fight against it and roll a save. The choice is yours.
Is a wisdom takeover anything like a Snapchat takeover?
No, this actually has tangible results.
No, you know what?
But look at these impressions.
I literally am operating on this one thought of what you kind of told me. So I'm not gonna fight it. I'm curious at this point of what I've seen about what would turn my father from our path into the light of Lathander. And as much hate as I have for him, I'm still curious as to why. And that is enough for him, given the inscriptions he's seen on this, to not fight what's coming into his head right now.
Eyes go white. As you see, Josiah's conscious is no longer on the material plane. You can see him begin to shake. Constitution saving throw. As it begins to test your will.
Mm. 14.
You're going to keep that number.
I've already burned all the rest of my inspos. You know what? I got a 6. Let's throw it on top of that. See what happens. 16. And all my inspos are gone until our next rest.
Yo,
Whoa, train wrecks. The 100 gifted.
Oh, holy cow! With 100. Wow.
Welcome.
Jeez.
Thanks for derailing the RP.
Josiah. Much love.
And you're dead.
Holding on. Feeling your own constitution being drawn out of your body. You open up your eyes. And you're there. You're in the scene. It's repeating over and over again. The hordes, the shadow touched, coming in closer. But this time, you're 5-6 feet away from another Leonin. And as you watch this process draw out, you see it's your father. And you see it go over and over again. Them trying to rely on their own tools. The scimitars fail. The spears fail. Collapsed, completely surrounded by those shadowed touch. And you see this last desperation for a grasp of a blade. And you snag it. And it's as if your hand is in your father's hand for that moment. And it pauses. And it rings true inside your head. Do you accept the light of Lathander?
How is this your only way? You were faced with insurmountable tasks. This was your exit. You used this to save our people. When everything we knew failed, you channeled the light, didn't you?
Do you accept the light of Lathander?
No. I accept the heritage of our people. And the strength in there. We did not need someone else to intervene. If we suffered dead, we suffered dead, but it was for the cause of the people. Trying to save too many. You needed to let us live our Leonin way and fight it out. Your weakness brought Lathander in. I will not.
You dare defy me. For all that we've built, for everything that your father has done, you reject the ways of the light to try to take on the shadow ones yourself, with nothing else than the belief that you and only you have the strength to overcome them.
No, I don't rely on the strength of myself. I rely on the strength of everyone next to me. A phalanx of power that will absolutely dissolve anything in our way. And if I am caught up and dead in the mix of it, so be it. May my body further steadfast the ground those who stand atop of me fucking hold on to.
So mote it be.
And you see the glyphs begin to change. And it's not a dagger of Lathander that's there. Well, the dagger is what your father possessed. That is the only tip of the spear. As your ancestral roots go farther. As it dissolves away, and you see a full spear. One that is both radiant and shadow from either side. A relic that you only barely remember from your mother's stories long, long ago. You have found the ancestral spear of your people. Long buried away, you now have possession of Heaven's Edge.
Oh my God!
It just sounds cool.
So just so you know, that all literally tossed on a coin flip. I put it in chat which way I was going to lean, and I played it from there because I could have gone either way.
You all see Heaven's Edge in his hands as he possesses it for the first time, pulling it literally out of the stone. And you can see the scene depict out. You can see what Josiah saw as it rewrites across his chosen path on one side of the cave, and it shows your father's choice on the other. A shadow juxtaposition of your beliefs. But on Heaven's Edge, when pushed to the edge, and you twirl that spear around, you cut open the veil between shadow and your own material plane. A +3 spear that does extra radiant damage when wielded against the shadow touched in their plane. It already does an extra amount of radiant damage, of which I will send you this card. But if they fail a saving throw when you hit a crit, which is a 19 or 20 for you, it banishes them permanently from both planes.
God damn.
The banishment is only shadow touched creatures. And the banishment has no bar. Can be done against mythical creatures on the shadow plane.
Super dope.
And yes, you use your dexterity modifier with this spear. It can be thrown or it can be used with reach.
That's so cool.
Okay, I don't know what just happened, but it really looked like a dagger.
No, that was the illusion. It was the dagger on the end. But you believe something deeper. It becomes more. That's the problem with my old man. Easy way out.
Are you good? You kind of went like, you all right?
Yeah. For a second there, I didn't know. Now I do. Keep the path. We walk a God's walk.
Do you have any idea what the fuck he is talking about?
I'm not really sure.
First he is dying and now he is a fucking prophet.
I think it's like an important thing. Just let him have this.
Is this like a cultural thing? I
think it's like. I think that's like. It's. I can feel the magic. Right. It's very powerful.
It's kind of annoying. I mean,
Just give it to him. Let him have this.
whatever.
Gentlemen, thank you for rushing to my aid once again. As you always have.
Always will. It's like kind of like. As Asher like goes to the wall and kind of like touches it and like tries to like, is there anything else back there?
Next time I come to your aid, though, you better be dying.
Fair enough. Next time you come to my aid, I promise I will be dying.
That's all I'm asking
that's
for.
a thing you need to promise.
That's all I am asking for.
Even Llywelyn laughed at that one.
No.
All right.
You're saying it wrong, but that's fine.
Get the hell
It's
out of
not
this.
saying it wrong.
Oh,
He
God.
forgot the fourth L.
Oh, by the way, Llywelyn, try the stone crab. Just rip off another claw and I hand it back to you.
Oh, he's already on. He's already on.
Oh, shit, never mind. Root,
You were-
would you like
Well, your eyes were rolled in the back of your head for a while. I eat when I'm nervous.
Same
Eat
thing.
when I'm not nervous. Eat when I'm
let's get
happy.
going.
No, let's get the hell down
He's
this
ever
tree.
eaten a bugbear when he's nervous?
No. Let's get the hell out of this. Let's go. As he takes the spear and puts it along his back.
What do you think bugbear tastes like?
Greasy, not delicious. And I don't want to find out.
Maybe like peaches.
Maybe peaches taste like bugbears.
Enough of that.
All right. Onward.
You guys make your way down from this old Leonin catfolk ruin back down onto your owlbears. With Josiah in front and in charge. We need a survival check from Josiah on aisle 3.
Clean up on aisle 3. Clean up on aisle 3.
We have some owlbear shit on aisle 3. Clean up on aisle 3.
Saving a tortie from my attic, that's all.
Okay.
That's the reason I don't like her in here.
Well,
Well, you know what? She's your Leonin, so.
She truly is my pain in the ass. Survival check. And it is a 11. And I have nothing else to throw on top of that. is a sailing check. This is a survival check. So,
it's okay. It's like a it's a new kid with his toy. He's halfway staring at it the rest of the time when you're there, but you guys finally see the gates of Baldur's Gate in the distance. You can smell that salt water. But you know what? What's even better than salt water? Oh, cinnamon, spice, coconut, and curry.
Oh, yeah. Tell me more. Hot peppers.
Oh,
Thrown in a stout. Yummy.
you can begin to see the food carts are starting to roll in from Voxstern itself. And you can smell chicken covered with lime, pepper, garlic. Oh. Foods that you've never even seen before. Hollowed out loaves of bread that seem to be filled to the brim with stews that you've never seen of almost an light orange tint. Small, salted, crispy fish roasted over an open fire. A small piece that looks like barbecued calamari over to the side with like a homemade roasted salsa next to it. Kind of chutney. Roasted goat emanates also. Something that if you've only experienced it, you know the heartiness. A lot of fat wafting in the air. Welcome back home.
Ah, yes. The smell of indigestion.
Smell delicious. How dare you?
What? I didn't say anything.
From inside the city, can I smell meat pies?
You have a one-track mind.
From where you're at, you can smell both meat and pie. Whether it is a meat pie or not, yeah, man, there are protein and pastries alike.
I would wander towards whichever one smells the most like the meat pies I've previously had at Asher's girlfriend's shop.
She's not my girlfriend.
You got a girlfriend, do ya?
No, she's not my girlfriend.
Yeah,
She's been out in the woods for so long. She's probably been learning sick about you.
He's embarrassed because she serves people to other people.
No. That's a lot more of a complicated thing, and we went
kind of a
on
forbidden
one
love situation.
maybe date, sort of, and it went horribly.
Oh man, I wanted to respond to Jin and I realized I couldn't.
She fucking fleeced us, dude. Come on.
She did take all of that free food and never call you back.
Her and her friends.
And her friends, yes.
17 messages back in the end, handwritten.
I miss you.
Never had any food like I have when I was with you.
The taco truck was immaculate. Bieber Saturday? Question.
All these are talking about food and not me.
Man, that's too meta. No, you do not smell human meat pies. Nowhere in the vicinity do you smell human meat pies. And technically, we are now.
You are here.
Drop that wizard on that map.
This is the detailed guy here.
Love it.
I don't have a wizard for here, but I will in a second. There you are, party wizard.
Hey, let's go. Oh, there we go. We're way up there now.
You guys are coming in through the Black Dragon Gate.
Baldur's Gate was a city full of plenty of various different peoples and creatures and everything like that. Is it even more like, is there just like a lot more individuals and species and races? And
it looks like a Saturday farmer's market plus a political event all wrapped up. Yeah, there are a way more diverse population. You've never seen more Leonin in your life, for one. So now there's a clear split in the city of at least like 40, human to Leonin that just dominates the scene already. Like, they have come out in full force, because it's not just something that happens once a year where you'd be like, oh, we kind of get like a 20% influx of this crowd. Now, 250 years, everybody coming out. And then, the next 20% is just a smorgasbord of the island races. You see more turtles than you ever seen before. There are tritons that are out that you hardly ever see outside of the ocean. Ones that are walking, luckily, as well.
Thank God.
They all have a very, you can tell that they are from Voxturn area. Like, they're unlike the Tritons that you've seen outside in the colder waters. They definitely have a much more warm climate feel to them, and the way that their armor's dressed and the way that they present themselves. Yeah, I mean, there's just about any race you could think of within the Pantheon is there, out and about. Fish folk too.
No. Well, it's definitely a festive thing.
God, it's so weird to see so many Leonin walking around.
Yeah, shouldn't you put a hood up? They might recognize you.
Oh, yeah, the prince that was promised.
I was gonna fucking recognize me. It's been years.
You're on a fucking flyer.
Yeah, a big flyer.
And it's a better picture. It's a younger picture of you.
Yeah, thank you. As he grabs the hood off the back of his cloak and throws it up over the top of his head.
You're literally the moment right now when Fat Thor rides in with the axe when he first got it. That's
yes, that's perfect.
little Leonin pot belly out. Oh, we gotta get you working out. You're gonna be married in a week.
The only thing I was if I starve myself for the next week. And even then, I'm still gonna have little Frank.
You call him little Frank.
I bet you Rook could get you fit in 2 days tops.
That was more a Loon's thing. I don't really give a shit. He can be fat if he wants.
Oh, right.
Do you think the Basilisk Gate is fixed?
Fit a month. Probably. They have all these people here. They can't leave it closed. They probably got it fixed already.
I was just wondering, because the last time it was closed before.
So should we go to the Elf Song and just check in, and then
Basilisk Gate was closed.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah.
They found termites or something. I don't know. It was closed for a while.
That's fucking wild.
It's more just me meta wanting to know if it's fixed or not.
And go ahead and give me a perception check, Brute.
Okay. 22.
22. As we ride up to the gates and we're having to check all the plethora of owlbears in, because we can't ride any animals inside the city. I know it's gonna be expensive, but you can see it's been set up this because there are like chocobo, like kind of like long strider birds that have come from Voxtern, kind of like riding. It's a little bit more feral though, less cute, more like riding a crazed ostrich or an emu. But they'll get you there in a hot minute. There's the animal, like it's a barnyard outside the city for this thing, and you can tell like it's all the extra like help that's been brought in this area. Like it's just endless at this moment. There are bales of straw, like the extra provisions to handle all the outside animals, let alone just the food that's going to be cooked, that's going to be butchered, and like it's incredible. Like you've never seen the stocks like this before, and this is just the Black Dragon Gate. But you pick up there's a flyer that says, "Why wait? Use the brand new Basilisk Gate." That's advertising for the for Baldur's Gate Chamber of Commerce. The grand reopening is the festival. The Sow's Foot has been cut off for quite a hot minute, but they don't want anyone to miss out on Baldur's Gate Magnet President.
If I could read, that would be great.
Oh, hey, Rook, look, I think the gate's open.
It has a picture of the gate that is reformed. And then Asher can read you the rest.
Let's see, the gate, we are proud and happy to announce the grand reopening of the Basilisk Gate just in time for the Golden Shores Festival. Free entry to anyone from South's Foot for the first week of the event, and then a surcharge afterwards. Yeah, it looks like commerce is back up and running. They're suckering people in, and then they're going to make them pay like double later on. But yeah.
Modern architecture is just amazing. Up in the day, down in the day.
Magic, I tell you. It's crazy what you can do with it, right?
Do they use magic for that?
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Why would you?
Because it makes things faster and easier.
How does a fireball help?
Well, you don't use a fireball to... I mean, you could use a fireball to help destroy things, but no, you use different, more useful spells.
Which ones?
I don't know, like telekinesis or something. You know, big rocks and boulders, you can just, with your mind, just...
It has no limit on weight though, right?
You two astrophysicists, give me that flyer. As he takes the flyer away.
Just fucking with you.
Oh, there's important dates on here. Royal family arrives tomorrow. What's that?
Just in time. When's the wedding? A week.
Says it's in a week from tomorrow.
Ooh. So we got a lot to do to get you ready for getting married.
That's what I've been looking for. Island rib competition day 2. Not missing that out.
Ribs.
Do they have any
ribs?
You can't eat
do they have
ribs.
any magical shops? Do they have any like info on like?
Oh, it says right here, all ye nerds gather together on the 4th day. It says we're gonna bottle them all up here, and then no, there's no magical shop listings. However, they do have listed out for incoming merchants. I don't know how to tell what wares that they have, but they do have a list of interesting folk.
That's what I'm here for. I mean, think about it. Just all this new stuff. Things we've never seen. I'm the only one that's excited. Okay, I get it. It's fine. It's it's okay. It's fine.
No, I'm excited too. I'm just a little bit more excited about the pineapple roasted pork. That's all.
I mean, technically, Josiah has seen all of this.
Sorry, I'm just smiling and enjoying watching you feast over my culture.
Yeah. I mean, you haven't been there for a very long time. Think of everything that's changed. I mean, there's things that you probably had you don't even know.
Well, it's not like I need anything right now. If I'm going to get married in a week's time, I got to lose this little pot belly, don't I? Almost. Yeah.
I mean, that's up to you. I don't know. We're gonna figure that out. One way or the other.
Well, what is first on the agenda then? Does
first,
we'll take a run, or do we go see his dad first?
We get him a cummerbund so he doesn't have to worry about being fat for his wedding in a week. That's what those are for. Two, it sounds like y'all need to check back in with your housing arrangements. Make sure that you haven't been kicked out.
Yeah. It's probably step one.
And step two, put the dick in that box.
Party like it's 1999.
You skipped step one.
What's step one?
You have to cut a hole in the box.
All right, I do. Noted.
Come on, look at those hips. He could drive a hole in that box.
I'm not worried about the hips. It's you know it's the drill bit.
You worry about your drill bit.
We're going to the elf song. It's I just like, sort of walking towards the elf
Please.
song. I'm like, I'm done with this
Someone send a
conversation.
pigeon to our lawyer. I need to know about this wedding.
Like trying to shove a hot dog through a drywall.
You are a long stroll back to elf song. Good news.
Keep an eye out for any magical shop.
Where is that lawyer? We could just call him and he could drive us over.
I don't think that's how that works.
I mean, we just have to say that we are in legal trouble, right?
We have to send him a message.
Well, Josiah kind of
Last
is.
time he just showed up.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said I need to get somewhere I can send a message to the lawyer so the lawyer can tell me what the is going on here.
It is my money and I need it now. Does that work?
I think he's reciting what's on the back. Yeah, he is. He picked up a random legal flyer on this one. It's a competitive whiplash lawyer.
See, Asher, I fucking told you that Rook could read.
I'm just inferring from the pictures.
Are you though?
Yes.
And it is. It's spelled out like it's hieroglyphics. It's my money, and I want it now.
You can't be the only one in Baldur's Gate who can't read.
Probably got a high literacy rate.
G. Wentworth.
I have to have something.
10-15%.
I can't be the only one who can't read.
You just keep telling yourself that, Bullwinkle.
Well, we can get a message to our legal representation that we need to meet in order for you to.
I mean, he has
Figure out
eyes all
what's
over the
going
city,
on.
doesn't he? He should be able to see us.
You guys look out. You're looking for a spot to send a carrier pigeon, and the city is just elbows to assholes. And you can see in the distance, like where you send one of the pigeons, dude's just overworked. There's pigeon. There's people writing notes. Like, you have to think about just the interconnectivity of this festival, of everyone trying to communicate. Shit's wild. Massive line for that pigeon station.
You know, there's a spell that comes real handy for times like these. I don't have it. I'm just saying there's a spell that actually would be really helpful.
So you want to go shopping, is what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying that it could be very useful for situations like these, but you know, it's not that big of a deal. I say we could go to the elf song, check in there, make sure we still have a place to live, and as long as we do, then maybe they can arrange, like they've done previously, some messages for us. Worth a shot, right?
That is so far.
We're
Well,
gonna
I
need
mean-
taxi.
What else do you want to do, Rook?
It's, I don't know, but walking all the way across the city with all of these people does not seem like very much fun. You can barely even move.
No, Asher, you were talking about that spell that would get us there. You know, now that we don't have.
Oh yeah, sure. Let me just clear a large circle in the middle of all of these people and just teleport us there now when we're in the city. It's like I almost said this, I don't know, 8 hours ago.
We were outside the city. Now we're here, and now we see the massive humanity.
It's not gonna work. I would need like 10 minutes of a large, wide area for us to go an hour's walk that way. Maybe.
Just an idea. We can always just, use the old Chevro legs.
Llywelyn's gonna lean into Josiah. He doesn't watch himself. His blood pressure's gonna pop.
Just let him be.
He worries a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Kind of a worry buddy. That's good.
Love
You guys need somebody to worry about yourselves over here. It's certainly not you. Certainly not old boy who can't read.
No.
I can
We
read.
had
I can read
Gitsy.
just fine.
It Gitsy, but she's somewhere in an interdimensional plane with Genrid.
The one you lost. Yeah.
It's just they're temporarily moved. That's all. They're not lost. They're just finding they were back here.
Well, it sounds like you want to try to find the first pick of the vendors in town. You gotta do what you gotta do to go check back in at home base. So you got some place to haul the items to. You better get to picking quick, otherwise you'll be there 5-6 days in. All they'll have left is shitty trinkets.
That's what I'm saying. Is we gotta, let's get a move on. We gotta get it while it's hot.
Hey, you know what? We don't need a shuttle. We will need a taxi. We will walk our happy asses down through town. And you know what? Fuck it. Asher, if you want to go shopping, you go shopping. Make a nice long trek down to Lower City.
Oh, yes, excuse me. It's Barley's already flagging down a rickshaw.
That's what I thought. We pay him enough, he'll know where to go.
Hey, what's up, man? Two teenage Leonin, obviously paying for the entire summer by rickshawing at Golden Shores Festival. What's up? Yo, wicked staff, young chief.
Hey, we need to get down to Elfsong Tavern. And
Are you talking to you or me?
No fucking clue where that's at, man, but you just tell me where to go. Left, right, left, right, left, right.
oh, we're going
Actually,
Lower City, but if you
actually
keep your eyes open for any magic shops from home, then there might be a little extra in for you.
What kind of magic shops, man?
Abjuration, is that your specialty, Asher?
Yeah, Abjuration, the arcane variety,
Yeah,
There
sure.
not of the leaf variety.
Ooh, yeah, awesome.
That's what I thought.
These guys aren't. They don't have a clue.
Hey, they are Leonin from Voxtern. They know exactly what the fuck is going on and which way the wind is blowing. Right?
You can feel the wind here. There's too many people. As Brooke is bumping into people, should have let Llywelyn kill all of them.
Were you guys getting on or not?
Let's go. Hop up.
All right, let's do it.
As what I can only describe as two teenage boys that have the constitution of what looks like Chester Cheeto. With Wayfarer glasses on, slick back pompadour almost, begin to take you off. Hey, left or right, left or right, left or right. And they're hauling ass going down. It is the sketchiest rickshaw you've had since Memphis, 1999, when you went to go see Journey at Mud Island.
I wasn't there for Journey. I was there for St. Jude's. But yeah, I remember that. I remember that year very, very clearly. That was when Rayford's of Hollywood was still open.
Record time.
Survival check. First one, shouting out left or right, Josiah.
Oh God, no, why does it have to be survival? Ugh.
Straight.
We are going straight.
Failure. Asher, second piece.
Survival.
Left, right.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
a right, then a left, and you go straight, then it's a right.
I said straight.
dude. If you go pub crawling, you better have an Asher in your band.
Oh shit.
And then I yell, "Stop! Really fancy magic shop."
No, you're not so lucky. Your nat 20
Okay.
only applies to get into the elf song as quick as you can.
Fair enough.
They become a formidable force getting you there back in time.
Gonna be back in time.
Hey, you guys killed it.
We're good. Bam. Smash 5. What's that? What's that smell? What do they serve around here?
Oh, some tacos.
The meat pies?
No. You gotta be talking about the mutton in the elf song.
That too. The tacos and the mutton and the elf song's very good.
And the meat pies.
Let's try this shit out. Break time! As they hitch up their rickshaw to the side. And, they don't waste any time. They go right inside the elf song.
Home sweet home.
Welcome to my people. Unbridled. No fucking cares.
Must be nice.
Let's go cause some trouble with them. We just got back home. Got a comfy bed you can lay in tonight after you get drunk.
Oh, I hope. Let's find out. As I enter the elf song tavern.
Whoa! Both of them are like super pumped up. Air conditioning. You can see they're like airing themselves out. Holy shit. They're looking at the moisture coming off the cold stone of this old ancient medieval inn. Soundtrack in here, but there's no band, dude. What the fuck's up with that? Don't just be cool, man. You're in Baldur's Gate now. Get your ID ready.
God bless them.
And when you walk in, like Baldur's Gate is, Elf Song is untouched because they're trying to provide their service, except for the very entrance where you can see that the most motivated servers have all decorated like the very front with like cheesy island decorations. When you like push past, like Happy Golden Shores days.
But we're still us.
Yeah, but when you push past, they're still they're selling, their experience to the Voxdernian.
Oh yeah.
And you can see
Is it packed?
Yeah, it's packed bar.
Do we see what's her name?
3, 2, 1, boom! You just hear pots and pans go burrowing. The ticket line is it's egregious. It's egregious. It looks as bad as back in the day when B-dubs first started doing like UFC pay-per-views. Like it looks, it's just, you're in the weeds and there's no recovery whatsoever.
Yeah, I remember those dates. It's Carlisle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, if I would have known you were trying to dig for Carlisle right now. It's expediting. Got trays on either hands. Like she looks like an octopus out there getting the job done.
Wow. She looks very busy. I think just a maybe like a wave and like a "Hey, we're back" type thing. "Hey, Carlisle, we're back." Just like give a wave. "I know you're busy, but do your thing."
No idea where this disembodied voice comes from. I'm gonna roll her perception disadvantage at the moment.
Oh my! Freaking good.
Wow, that's the
got a 19.
That's the biggest disadvantage roll ever.
I do stick out a little bit.
Justin goes, "It's about time. I thought you were fucking dead." And she sets things down. "Oh, we waited an extra 2 weeks past it. I guess you're hoping you still got your rooms."
Yes.
Do we not have our rooms?
Well, it's kind of complicated.
So no.
Well, most of it.
What's most of it?
What does that even mean?
Hold on. Let me just run a couple more dishes and I'll be back and I'll explain everything in a second.
Sure.
Just, don't go to the rooms yet, please.
Gotcha.
I mean, you know,
No.
I'd go to the fucking rooms if I were you. Sounds like,
What are they hiding?
I think they've turned it into a real soup kitchen up there. Who knows? They could be renting it out on the hour. The mattress you never want to see again.
you think they're hot bunking?
Sneak up the stairs.
Stealth.
I literally told him not to.
Oh yeah, that'll work.
Oof.
20.
Where'd he go?
I mean, the good news is nobody's paying attention to shit. Yeah, 15 low number. Daniel in the kitchen poking his head out. Oh. He's steaming, but he stares right past you. He's more focused on the group that's ordered hot wings continually for the past hour. Why didn't they just order a fucking 100? They wanted 100 wings, just order 100. Why do they have to order it 5 at a fucking time? This is fucking stupid.
They get cold after. You can only eat them so fast.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
He doesn't. Who said that? It's almost like you've trained him. Sneak all the way up to the steps. There is your room. There is Asher's teenage room that he sequestered.
My emo.
His emo room.
College dorm.
What about Kitsy's room?
And Gitsy's room. Which one do you choose?
Gitsy's room is first, isn't it?
I mean, they're all clustered right there.
I'd probably open Gitsy's, unless it's already opened.
Gitsy's room is locked.
What is
Did you have a if anyone would have a key to Gitsy's room, they can certainly get in.
I don't know.
The only one that might would have been Llywelyn.
I think Kitsy kind of kept that shit to herself.
Yeah.
I've got thieves' tools. No idea how to use them, but I got them.
I got him. Hey, look what I got, guys.
Roll a flat D20. Disadvantage.
Oh, God.
With disadvantage.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That should have taught you how to pick a lock instead of teaching you how to hit harder.
10. It's not the worst lock picking in the world.
Made this look a lot easier. And a university card slid between the doorways is definitely easier than these thieves' tools at the moment. Does not open up.
I'm gonna put a shoulder into it.
Ooh. Asher. What starts the full frontal headache begins to turn into a migraine as you look up and you can see Rook about to throw his full shoulder into the locked door that's up there. you know and immediately sense, you look up and you can feel the presence of the innkeeper. And it's like slow motion. The shame that you feel as Root comes in here about to bust open one of the top doors. Go ahead and roll your unarmed attack. Oh my God! The net one! Somehow looks up and it's just this it's like this psychic redirect of just channeling this energy from down below of like, don't touch. And as you rear back, you slip on the actual rug. And just full on header. You see stars.
Fuck, when did they put the rug?
I shoot a message. Rook, stop.
What?
The owner is looking up there.
Oh, who cares? Let her look.
God, just give it a sec.
We already paid for the rooms. Fuck her.
We're 2 weeks overdue for rent. I know you don't fully grasp
This is
money.
Kitsy's room. This is not whoever's in there. We have to get him out.
We don't know. It could just be locked from when she left last. Literally, she's gonna be done in 2 minutes.
We have to make sure. Maybe she left a note.
Give it 2 minutes. Patience. Otherwise, you'll be kicked out on the street.
Why can't you just teleport me in there?
Just teleport you in the room. Yeah, that's
you use magic. Use your magic.
What? No, I'm using magic right now to talk to you.
Use it to get me in the room. That way I don't have to break down the door.
Don't break down the door. Just wait a second.
I'm going to have to if you don't use magic.
Hey, Carlisle, stop what you're doing.
You are forcing my hand here.
Don't you go next to that door. Don't you go next to that door.
Another shoulder.
I'm like scolding. Don't you go next to that door. Down below.
I'm looking straight at Ash. I'm looking straight at Asher, but I'm shouldering back up for another charge.
Let it
Don't
eat.
make me do it. This is on you.
Oh yeah, I can do it.
This is the advantage perception roll. 17. Go ahead and roll your you're not doing anything. You're not stealthing.
I'm gonna charge the door again unless Asher teleports me into it.
Because you can see him rearing back.
Playing chicken with it.
Carlisle is about to look up and see this happen. Asher, what is your reaction?
The only thing I can think of is like 3 feet in front of Rook as he's getting ready. I just quickly cast a wall of force. So when he tries to run towards it, he's just gonna go 3 feet straight into a wall of force.
Gonna knock him out.
So I'm like, I just panic and I'm like, just throw the wall.
Wall force goes up. Rook, you hit this so fucking hard. You do the straight fallback, like pop down.
I think I'm like, oh.
But he drops right as Carlisle turns the perfect, like straight up Acme bullshit, just down on the floor, unconscious. She doesn't see the thing at all. About 5 seconds later.
Asher, you piece of shit! Audibly, I'm yelling that through the bar.
Rook, are you alive?
Fuck you!
What are you saying? I didn't do anything.
I said to use the magic to get me in, not keep me out.
Well, I didn't do any magic.
Yeah, well, somebody did some magic.
Well, is there anyone else up there? Have you looked around?
No, just the only one that knew that I was up here was you.
That's not true.
I can't look around because there's a fucking wall in front of me.
Look,
A wall of magic.
Hear me out. We don't really know this Llywelyn guy. And he's been poking his nose around a little bit up there.
God, I don't believe you.
So,
I'm gonna need you to challenge that.
Your deception throw.
Not this. I have been around you a long time. I know the smell of your magic. You're full of fucking shit.
Is it because I said his name right?
Yes, that is exactly why you forgot the fourth.
Dang it.
Rook, do you attempt to try to get into your own room?
I mean, I feel like there's a wall of force down the hallway now, right?
Are you done trying to get? I'm putting my foot in my mouth. Are you done trying to get in Kitsy's room?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Then I imagine that I try to drop the ball and he just goes too quickly.
I run right back into it.
Oh my god!
Just head first right back into the wall.
Fucking destroyed!
Just say yes and just head first.
I didn't. It's down now. It's down now.
Too late.
Oh, thank the heavens. Carla comes back. We'll have your rooms ready. Like I said,
Hey, everything's fine over here.
we'll have your rooms
Everything's
ready.
okay.
We held on a little bit longer,
Okay.
because we didn't technically rent them out. See, we needed them for storage.
Oh, okay. So there's just like barrels and stuff in there.
No, there's not. No, your everything, your stuff's all fine. It's in a pocket dimension. That's what they told me.
That's what. Who told you?
Well, the men that set us up with this. Well, you see, we're trying to keep up with everybody this festival, and we thought we would do some fresh game from Boxer. We kind of got some real fresh game. Yeah, just don't open it up yet. I'll get those gentlemen to come over, and we're gonna move that portal down just a little. We can get over in Daniel's area a little bit. He knows not to open it.
As we're talking, I'm
using
looking
our
up.
rooms as cold storage.
As
He looks over and he goes,
watching Rook go towards his door again, like,
No,
Yeah.
it's
we're
worse.
not gonna go in the rooms. Oh God,
It's,
we're not.
It's fresh storage.
Wait, you're keeping live animals in a pocket dimension behind the door to our room. Is that what I'm getting at? Is that what's happening here?
Well, I don't really understand all of it, but yeah, we're trying to make a name for ourselves in the rib competition. So we thought, well, let's try to get the biggest ribs that we can get.
It's a farm. You've farmed out our rooms.
Oh, okay.
No, we'll get. I promise, I'll get them adjusted.
It's okay.
I mean, if not, we could always just go sleep on second wind.
Like I see, it's.
Look. What about this? You can utilize Gitsy's room for now. She's not here at the moment. We'll take the big room and share it, and you can also utilize the room that I'd rented out before I left. And the three of us will just stay in the big room. And then that way you can still have it. 4 of us. Oh yeah, right. Does that work? Does that help?
Yeah, that'll get us till tomorrow. We can get them to move the whole interdimensional plane thing, because we got to go in there. We got to get it anyway. Yeah.
Right. Well, don't worry. None of us, as I keep looking up to watch Rook, are going in there ahead of time.
Because at this point he's on the ground crawling forward towards the door. Massive headache.
This is like Home Alone, where you just been like beat to shit trying to get into the door. Well, I appreciate it. We can wait. Do we have a spot for tonight, or do we need to make accommodations tonight?
No, we can take care of you tonight. We just need to make a small adjustment. That's all. That's all. We'll get your room ready, and then, like I said, we won't have to worry about the second one. That'll be all knocked out tomorrow with the ribs deal.
Okay, that's fine. We're okay.
So, should we get any roomies again?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it.
Roomies, let's go. Hey, drink for that.
Got me earplugs. Rook.
Not my snoring, it's Rook's. Actually, probably Llywelyn. I mean, he sleeps with owlbears.
As you guys pony up over to the edge of the bar, I got you a little carved out little space over here. So something is up. And there are more flyers that are set across, and it says, you know, it's got Golden Shores rib competition. And you open it up, it animates. It's like it's kind of like a little arcane flyer. And you can see Allosaurus ribs on the menu.
Oh my god.
Oh, they are going big.
Oh my god. Could you imagine if
Rook, don't go in that fucking room.
no wonder.
I'm not talking to you.
No, there's
So just-
big
I'm still on the
scary
ground, just
dinosaurs
like-
in there. It's a pocket dimension. You can't go in. Don't do it.
I'm laying on the ground in front of it, just like using my fist.
Oh my
to
god,
pound
shake your
just
booty sword.
pound on the door.
That's amazing.
Do you crawl up to the second door?
I'm just the same door. I've just crawled up to it, and I'm I'm laying on the ground on my stomach, just pounding it with my fist. Fucking, why won't you open?
With Rook pounding on Gitsy's door that is blocked by a wall of force. And knowing there's an
that after I ran
interdimensional
into it.
portal to a fresh Allosaurus that is somewhere behind y'all's door. Sitting over the bar. Josiah, what cocktails do you order off of their menu that are Voxnernian inspired?
Ooh.
Mai Tai.
No, I went full pina colada. But our pina coladas have fleet strength rum, so it's literally pina colada with 151.
Getting Caribou Lou up in this bitch.
Yeah.
Pineapple rum.
That's sweet, and we'll get you twisted.
Just as you spin around with these drinks with your hood up and glass in hand, 4 Leonin guards walk into the front of the elf song, slamming their spears and shields down in a procession.
So I do one of these, not go in that direction.
And in walks a Leonin with very, very fine robes on, hood pulled up and over as they make their entrance into the Elf Song Tavern. Callous selected colors and all.
Oh, purple, gold, and white. Oh,
Was it the president?
And they go to pull
Herald.
their hood down. And that is where we'll pick up next week.
oh man! I got
Who
2
is
pina
it?
coladas in my
Royalty.
hands like a spring break.
Royalty comes in the next day, so it's someone else. Or are they early? You don't know.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, be ready for magic shops and items and fuckery.
I am so excited.
I was gonna say I got H tonight. I'm feeling on top of the world.
I'm gonna
And
splurge.
And I got a cool staff of my people.
Yeah, that staff is badass. That whole scene was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
fucking
As you
dope.
were describing it, all I could see was the spiritual lance from this last season of Destiny.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, this is the best season for the artifact ever because it was like, this makes sense. They showed you it. It's created. Storytelling on point.
Yeah, I mean the last 2. I mean, with the spiritual lance last
Yeah.
season, and now this whole like crux of darkness. It's I'm still expecting what was the scout rifle that we
Malice.
got in D1?
100% that's going to be a piece of.
Malice.
If Touch of
100.
Malice doesn't come back in this season, I will be so disappointed in
They
Bungie
did it wrong
storytelling.
if it doesn't.
Yeah.
Or you know what? Even cooler, make something else that's in its vein that robs your health, that boosts and does cool shit.
A touch of D's.
Touch of D's.
Or they could just bring back No Land Beyond and everyone will be happy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't need No Land Beyond anymore.
All right,
It's an
everybody.
eyesight sniper in the primary. Get.
Thanks for hanging with us tonight. Appreciate all the love. You guys are fantastic. We're gonna go into the after show, talk about a little something that happened in the cave, and maybe some owlbear shit. We love you all. We'll see you tomorrow. Me, Yori, and Core in the Nether Deep D&D double feature. Much love.